to a naked till the head is lopped off. Call me fat, call me trash, everything I do sucks. Call me to another day, but it's you that's on my nerves. I'm okay with what you say. I've never been good enough. Not for you, not for me, not for them or anyone. Pull your tongue out your mouth and wrap it around your throat. Then I kick you in the scrotum till your testicles explode. Another day, another mental break, psychotic episode. Dig a hole, play the bones, and I watch them grow a tombstone. Tricks in my sleep, so many tricks in my sleep. Tricks in my sleep, so many tricks in my sleep, bitch. Jugaholics, bitch. Another certified jug classic.
Dumb bro.
Real jug shit. You know what's up that I'm rapping? Hatchet my choice of a weapon. Magic don't offer protection against a blade carving your lower intestines. Why you be running your mouth when you're not doing shit that you talking about? I said I was down till I'm hitting the ground and I will not switch up for no clout. You get it, I'm causing calamity. All those who turning their backs on the family. Pussy, you won't lay a hand on me. You perpetrating your insanity. I'll put you in a box like a Funko Pop. The ops like to talk, but it's fuck those frauds. I got the golf from Strife, he said the carnival provides. Then I seen a tweet saying an enemy has died. Know when it comes time that we eventually collide, it will be you whose soul is sent into the echo side. 665, little bitch, you know the vibe. Pull up in the whip, 6 thuggalos inside. Hear the wicked shit bumping and you gon' run and hide. We saw something on your head, leave footprints on your mind. Right thumb on it, protect me from the disrespect. Your bitch front row at all our shows, her net and dripping wet. This shit goes way beyond the tongue that's hanging up your neck. Boy, you flagellating Aspen Dejos, there is nothing left. Now forever, I'm forever down. Now forever, I'm forever down. With the swing, swing, chop, chop. Swing, 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 chop, chop. Swing, swing, now forever, I'm forever down. Now forever, I'm forever down. With the swing, swing, chop, chop. Swing, 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 chop, chop. Swing, swing,
swing, swing, chop, chop. Bitch, you need to stop, stop. Red light, hanging out the sunroof, pop, pop. Reaper gang, bitch, and I don't need a thing, bitch. My influence on you losers gonna leave you brainless. Passed out on the pavement. I'm forever understatement. I don't condone that fucking lame shit. Yeah, my style getting raided. You can have that, like a dressing room, they changing. Motherfucker, fuck your mother in her mouth. Boy, I been about it, resume speaks for itself. I was born in hell, get my horns cut, they started showing out. Yo, what's up with all that candle blowing out? Let a ninja shine, was a diamond in the rough. See that look in my eyes, I despise these guys trying to get up in my ride. Homies down till they die, watch your fucking step, like you walking on ice. Now you playing with your life, call me with the 45, shoot him in his fucking nuts. Ski mask off, that's when they realize they fucked up. Lazy and crazy on your hoodie, then you know what's up. Later on tonight, your bitch, I'm tearing up a fucking gun. Jump below, tears put a smile on my face. I don't count up all the years, I live this life. Day to day, stay in your place, you disgrace. Fuck you talking about a race, get on my face. Boy, I'm in outer space, sleeping in the moon's grace.
now forever, I'm forever down. Now forever, I'm forever down. With the swing, swing, chop, chop. Swing, 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 chop, chop. Swing, swing, now forever, I'm forever down. Now forever, I'm forever down. With the swing, swing, chop, chop. Swing, 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 chop, chop. Swing, swing. So you wanna be a cool guy? What's colder than a dead body? Look at life in a new light. As you're below me riding. Hush it, hush it. You are just so obnoxious. You belong in
mind to say it's evil when they say they need it though. Really though, if we all were equal, then we'd all be getting dough. Ignored like the feeble, getting treated like they owe. I see the way they leave you sitting out in the cold. They don't feel the way that we do, they still waiting to be told. So they can follow suit, display the fake like they go. Envy green around your throat, I'ma let y'all hang yourself. Didn't leave a note, loop loosely from a belt. Why you trying to describe something that you never felt? Looked like a dried pumpkin decay into gel. About time you tried something, I've been waiting since you fell. Can tell you never running, had to raise up out of hell. Leave you naked down a well, I'm still breaking down my shell. They keep hating in their station, it gets them a no sell.
So you wanna be a cool guy? What's colder than a dead body? Look at life in a new light. As you're below me riding. Hush it, you are just so obnoxious. You belong in a coffin. You belong in a coffin.
Shout out to all the people riding high, keeping it chill on the side. Eyes peeled, looking fly. I need you to rhyme and focus. I know this song will get you feeling the realest. I felt when I wrote Awoken by the spiritual motion. Doors closed and asked them to hold it 50 feet back. You're telling me relax when all I know is pass until my last moment. Shake it in, and you a fucking legend. Is what they rapping. So I need you to realize this ain't no fucking joking. Keep the music potent with the potential of getting beaten till you swollen. That's monumental, like you fell and now you broken. It ain't hard to tell, no need to excel when you already surpassing. I'm in the basket, put that fucking lotion. You dug your grave deep. Now kiss my fucking feet in the confidence where you scream, bury you alive so you can think. Try not to snap like this often, or you assessing my patience. And what's concluded, you can name this piece. I hate the beat.
So you wanna be a cool guy? What's colder than a dead body? Look at life in a new light. As you're below me riding. Hush it, you are just so obnoxious. You belong in a coffin. You belong in a coffin.
Yo, we can start in a minute early because I said so. Whoop, whoop. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Joshua the Murderer, and welcome to another edition of Whoops Up, Whoops Down, the Juggalo movie podcast, or whatever I want to call it today. And folks, we have a banger for you today as me and Humble Among are getting back together and revisiting the Toxic Avenger series as we talk about Citizen Toxie, the Toxic Avenger IV. And as you know, I started watching this movie 3 hours ago. Saw the movie I started 3 hours ago, so it ended about an hour ago. So my thoughts are super duper fresh. And Humble has to explain some shit to me. He always comes with the heavy notes to keep me on track. And I have some cool things I want to talk to him about, but I'm not gonna, diddle-daddle too long. Our guest is already in, so let's go ahead and bring up the one, the only, the magnificent heavy notes, Humble Among. Add to the stage. We'll see which one works better for me. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, whoop, whoop. What's up, Earthlings? How you doing?
Pretty good. Your mic's kind of not.
Already. He kicked me off already. Oh, wait, no, I'm still here.
You're still here. Yeah, but your mic, I'm not hearing you very well, my friend.
I'm not holding my mic.
I was like,
that would explain it.
I was like, I can't barely hear you. What the
This
fuck?
is like that's like our first podcast that we recorded where there was like weird fucking streaming issue on my end.
And the funny thing is, it's like, well, this movie definitely has some repeats of the first film a little bit. So it's almost like it's only fitting that we revisit a little bit portion of our first talk.
Oh my God. That if there was like what 45 minutes to an hour of that first podcast that got cut out, we talked for a really long time, and a
I
lot of it
believe
ended
was
up on the cutting room floor.
2.5 hours. And then when I look back on the footage, it was mostly me keeping us off topic. So I was like, I just need to shut up.
Oh, I'm sure I was guilty just as much, Josh. Don't be humble just because I'm here.
I mean, I can admit faults. I mean, you didn't have to sit through it several times. The guy did. Not saying that podcast is bad. It was just I had to get through it. I was like, wow,
bro. So you just saw this, huh?
I did. I did, and I didn't know what to expect. I mean, you messaged me and was like, "Holy shit!"
Well, if you remember the last one, I was giggling at the end because I remembered the opening sequence was what it was, but I did not remember how hard it fucking goes. Oh my God, it goes
yes, hard. I would say.
And by the way, I'm gonna preface this right. Get this right out on Front Street. I am gonna be saying regard a lot tonight. Today. Tonight. It's like 11 a.m. I'm gonna be saying regard in replace of another word that would probably get this channel and definitely this stream hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be saying the word regard in replace of another word.
Yeah. Well, we can't. There's other things we probably couldn't say, but
oh my goodness.
I would say right off the bat, folks, this film feels punk as fuck. It is super duper punk, especially late '90s punk, and the fact that this came out in 2000 gave me like, oh, this reeks of the '90s, late '90s.
Yeah, Troma got a lot of punk rockin' looking motherfuckers as extras or straight up actors in the movie.
And some familiar
for sure.
faces. And some familiar faces.
Yeah, you caught some of those, huh?
I did.
I'm hella curious which ones you caught.
I know. I won't say. We'll go through the notes, and I'm like,
I'm
I know
so curious which ones you caught because there's some really good cameos in here.
Yes,
one of them I completely forgot about altogether. Ooh. And that's the one I'm really curious if you caught or not.
Maybe. And then did you watch all the credits?
Yes.
Okay.
Remind me what was at the end? There was something at the end, no?
There is a bonus scene at the end. There is a post-credit scene at the end of the movie.
What was it? Can you remind me real quick? I do know I sat through it and there was something at the end.
We go back to the newscast.
That's right. It's more Sklar Brothers shit. That's right. Yeah, more Sklar Brothers.
Yes, and the credits had a lot of fun things in it too that I found that got me to that punk feeling a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of text jokes in the credits. I actually have it in my notes that I was going to try to rewatch the credits again to try to get some of those jokes. But I didn't have time before we did this. But there was definitely a few of them that were really funny.
I took some screenshots that I found worth noting.
Oh, good. That's great. That's great. You took screenshots.
Yeah, I took three that I thought, oh, this is actually pretty funny. Some of them were just kind of like, oh, kind of cringe humor a little bit, which this movie has a lot of cringe to it.
But in the best way possible.
Yeah,
I mean, going everywhere.
It's on purpose. On purpose. Now, you're the Toxie fan.
Yes.
So when is the last time you saw this movie?
I haven't seen this. Shit. I haven't seen this since the first time I saw it. And that was probably, I want to say like 2009, 2010.
Oh, wow. So
that would make sense. Because I was like getting really super back into, because that was probably around the time I rewatched the first Toxic Avenger. Was probably around that era, like 2008, 2007. That was like around the time I probably rewatched the first one for the first time since I was a child. So I never went to 2 or 3, but my friend had bought 4. I remember my friend Marissa had bought 4, and that was relatively new at the time. And I think at the time, what had just come out? There was a Troma film called Poultrygeist that had just come out around the same time. Poultrygeist is like a fast food zombie movie. It's like a chicken zombie movie. Anyway, But she was super into Poultrygeist, and she had just gotten into Troma, and I was kind of getting back into Troma a little bit. So I remember we all sat down and we watched this together as a friend group. It was like a bunch of us there watching it, and yeah, man, I remember it being crazy. But I guess it just shows how much things have changed in 25 years. You know what I mean?
Or not at all.
Yeah. In some cases, maybe not at all.
There's some I'm like, wow, like technically we're going through some of this shit like now. Like I was like, oh shit.
Ooh, I'm curious what those parallels you caught were.
No, just the fascism themes.
We'll get to it when we get to it. No Kings protests, huh? That shit's popping off like crazy. That was all I saw on Twitter this morning.
Really?
Let's get political. Let's piss off some juggalos.
Trump.
This is the parts that he usually cuts out, by the way, folks.
But you know what? We're live streaming, so we're not cutting it out.
Yeah, you can't cut me out now.
No,
I can make all kinds of clockworky jokes, and you can't cut them out.
No, that's true. Oh, I didn't keep that in, did I?
I don't think you did.
Okay, so the Toxic Avenger 3, for some reason, when it uploaded, it cut out the end portion. It got to the point we got finished talking and I didn't get the rating for it. So I'm gonna give the rating for Toxic Avenger 3. It was a whoops up. It was a solid film.
It's obviously whoops up for me. All of these Toxic Avenger. All these Toxic Avenger movies, pretty much any Troma movie is going to get a whoops up from me.
Okay, so folks, if you don't have the icky sticky right now, I advise you to smoke, because what we're going to talk about is
bugged. Yeah, bugged the fuck out.
And I did watch the first 10 minutes being sober, and I had to really hold on.
You need to smoke the fuck up for that movie. If you smoke them, if you got them, type beat for sure.
Especially because the editing in that intro was just like static.
Man, you want to just get into it? What are you smoking on, Josh? Let's do that first.
Some of this pure Ohio shit.
What's the strain, boy? What's the strain? I want to know a strain name. I got what the fuck is this? Oh, grapefruit Magoo. That's what I'm smoking on. Oh, where'd he go? He disappeared on me.
Well, because it's in another room.
Oh, you got it in the other room. I see.
So this is an indica. Is the name on here? Nope.
Let's go 6 to 7 hours. We might just go 2 hours on this. I think that first one was 2.5 hours. So
yeah,
I remember we were laughing that we had talked way longer than the movie.
We did. This movie's only an hour and 48 minutes. Okay, so I don't know the strain in this one. I had to look it online, but I did get the Snoop Dogg stuff.
Oh, you got a Snoop Dogg strain?
Yes, there's a Snoop Dogg. His pot label, his weed brand is called Death Row Records.
That's so fucking funny. Smoking on that Death Row pack. I see what you're doing, Snoop. You're not sneaky.
Yeah, and it was apple fritters.
That sounds dope.
It was good.
I would fuck with that.
I had that last night and I got fucking smacked. So
I love that fruity shit, man. That's like my favorite. I've realized that I really love terpenes. I need like a fruity terpene type thing going on for me to really enjoy what I'm smoking on. So much of it's about the flavor for me at this point, man.
Well, that's why I like about smoking cigars. You get a good cigar. See, this is the reason why the podcasts are longer. What it is, because we get on this little strain here.
Yeah.
Cigars have a good taste to it too. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I usually just split those things. Put weed out.
No, I'm not talking about like blunt guts. I'm talking about like actual like stogies, my guy.
Yeah, you would hand me one and I would piss you off because I'd take a razor right to it.
Shit,
you son of a bitch.
No, honestly, if I give you a big stogie and you cut it and then fill that bitch up back with a sticky, I'm not gonna be like, oh no,
roll a fucking cannon. Anyway, let's get into the movie. We're gonna talk about smoking.
Okay, so the movie is doing what I was shocked of. I thought it's called Toxic Avenger 4, but technically we should be calling this Citizen Toxie, the Toxic Avenger 2, because it says, hey, those other sequels, they were crap, and this is the real sequel.
Yeah, man, I caught that. There's some weird stuff with that too. I can't wait to get into some of this stuff. First of all, did you notice the voiceover that opens and closes the movie?
Yeah, Stan Lee.
I was fucking shocked. They got
Stan Lee. What his name in the credits were?
No, I didn't.
Peter Parker.
That's lit, bro. That's lit. That's maybe to hide the fact that the corporate benefactors of Marvel at the time to not be too upset. This is before Disney Marvel, but still.
So the credit, actually, the twins, their names are different.
The Sklar brothers, they fucked their names up?
Yeah, because I believe this wasn't a union product.
Oh, so they had to give them different names. I see.
The reason why I know this because I started listening to an Aqua Teen Hunger Force podcast, and they're acting like when people did voiceovers, it wasn't union, so they had to give them real different names. So a lot of voice actors like, oh, that sounds like this voice, and you look in the credits, you can't find them. It's because it's a different name.
Shit, that's interesting. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. That's punk rock, like you were saying earlier. That's punk rock.
Yeah, I think what you're going to hear a lot about me, especially when it comes to the music, is like this film wants to be punk rock. I think it takes, to me, I'm gonna lay my cards out right now. I'm gonna lay them out and then really tell you how I feel about this because that's how fresh it is. I feel Toxic 3 is the real sequel. It gets the spirit right. I think that one's better. 2 just felt like a bunch of extra shit. The story wasn't really there, but it was like, hey, Toxie in Japan was like all I needed at that point, but that could have been an epilogue or whatever. This one just feels like another team just wanted to do a Toxic Avenger. It almost feels like, I don't know. It doesn't have the same. This one feels very different to me. It's meaner, I would say. This one feels a lot meaner.
Oh yeah. It's I called it on Twitter the most offensive Toxie, hands down. And by offensive, I mean it's that mean spirit to it. It's definitely a meaner spirit. Have you seen Peacemaker yet, Josh?
Okay, so I watched I think 2-3 episodes of Peacemaker and I couldn't get into it.
Okay.
I just didn't find it was funny. I wasn't like, I don't know. I liked Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad, but I remember because we're talking about James Gunn. This is very important because this is James
Gunn's coming out party in a lot of ways.
Right. And in the fact that this movie does with a multi-universe kind of thing.
And that's what I want to get into here, Josh. Now, I have a theory about this movie, and I realized it's connected to this other theory that I have with Peacemaker Season 2. This is like, I'll just talk about the Toxic Avenger of it all as to not spoil the Peacemaker part of it. But so in the beginning, they say, this is the real sequel, right? Yeah. So let's take that as face value. Also in this movie, we deal with multiverses, right?
Correct.
So there's a weird thing that I noticed where in Toxie's universe, Tromaville, she's called Claire again.
Yes.
And
this one, she's called Sarah.
In this one, she's called Claire again.
Oh, yeah.
We went back to the first name from the first movie.
Yes.
So 2 and 3, she was called Sarah, right?
Yeah.
Now, in Noxie's universe, a Mortville or whatever the fuck, a Mortville. In a Mortville, she's called Sarah. So that really had me thinking. Is 2 and 3 set in another universe, like the events that are happening in Immortville? It not saying that it's the same universe as Immortville, but what if there's another pocket universe that the events of 2 and 3 happened in, and this is the real sequel? This is a sequel to the first movie, which would make sense if her name is Claire again. Are you following my train of thought at all here?
Yes, I am. Or you could say that this is the real sequel, right? And when the events that happen in 2 and 3 happen at the end of this movie.
Or happen in a whole nother universe. They still happen, but they happen somewhere else.
Yes, yeah.
Or you could paint it in a way where it's like, it's almost like the events of 2 and 3 caused Noxie's universe to happen, because Noxie's almost like if the Toxic Avenger went fully bad in those movies.
Say that he actually took the deal to the devil of the third one.
Exactly. It's almost like he went fully bad.
Yes. And well, yeah, fully bad, but I have a question about him.
The other thing that makes me think that this universe is different than the one we saw in 2 and 3 is Lard Boy.
Oh, yeah.
The introduction of this Lard Boy sidekick character. Lard Boy obviously is not in 1, but there's an assumed large time jump that happens between 2 and 4. And they even in the beginning they even apologized for the sequels, right? For 2 and 3.
Yeah, because they're bad. Yeah.
They're like they called them shit, or they apologize or something, right?
Yes.
So yeah, man. I think in my opinion, the way I'm looking at this is these are all separate universes, possibly. And that might even explain why 3 is so weird compared to 2. I mean, obviously we know because of all the editing nonsense behind the scenes, but if you want to look at it on this like metaphorical what if level that I'm laying out, my theory here that I'm laying out, they could each be their own little pocket universes. And let's get crazier. The new Toxic Avenger.
Haven't seen it yet.
That could be its own universe.
Correct. See, here's the thing. You're talking to a guy who loves Halloween.
And Toxic Crusaders, its own universe.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about these are all separate universe. I'm just really thinking about this in like a multiverse comic book brain way, because that's the, you know, the multiverse is so hot right now. Like, I think they would be dumb if they didn't introduce that into a Toxie 6, let's say. Are you following me? Let's do this new Toxie mixed with old Toxie. Mixed with cartoon Toxie. Mixed with Noxie.
You say you bring them all together for
let's mix it all together. I want all my Toxies mixed together.
That's really Toxic Ways right there. Right?
Hell yeah.
I follow you. I love Halloween, so there's like telling me how many times that series rebooted. Like at this time that happened, H2O happened around this time, where they're like, hey, fuck those weird fucking Thorn movies. This is the real sequel to Halloween.
And I like the Thorn memovies. I like all the Halloweens, though. I'm
me
an
too.
apologist for the Thorn movies.
Me too, but I actually think that the I guess I'm a Halloween. I love Halloween, but I guess I'm the film school out of me says that the first Halloween should never been had a sequel. That's my opinion. Just because that they don't fully understand it, and I feel you. I feel like every time you try to go into depth into Michael Myers, you get the Thorn movies, you get the David Gore movie. Like you can interpret Michael as many ways you want.
There's no point in explaining him, really.
No, and I think that's why I prefer the David Gordon Green trilogy, because they don't really try to define it. Kind of that third movie, I think I get it a little bit, and you can have some fun with it, and it opens up for Michael to have multiple universes, because if he's just a blankness, you can recreate the shape in any form you want. So
I could be wrong, Josh, but I want to say I got this book that's all like unmade Halloween scripts. Not like it doesn't have full scripts, but it's like concepts of all of these unmade Halloween sequels. And I could be wrong, but I do believe one of them in there is a pitch where it was a multiverse of Michaels. I do think that someone pitched that. I forget when it happened, like when that would have happened. In the last 20 years, I want to say that somebody pitched that, though.
I can see it. I'd
be down.
I have a book. This is how nerdy I am. I actually have a book explaining all the unmade Freddy versus Jason scripts, and I've read.
Yeah, I have that too. Yeah, it's the same author, I think, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. I read some of those scripts. I'm like, huh. Like I can see this, but it's like I don't know, like the when it comes to like versus things, how do you cross over to universes? That's why that is really hard. And this movie kind of like just explains it in a Wizard of Oz court sense, and I'm like, okay, all right, because you're right, Wizard of Oz is kind of like a different universe kind of thing, too. So it's like that's a good reference to have.
Yeah. So yeah, we barely even scratched the surface, and we're like, what, a half hour into the stream?
I know. because we have
All
to
right.
explain like what this movie's trying to do. It's trying to like reset it. So you're like, all right, so but it
Well,
but
I'm
the
glad
film,
I got my little theory out the way at the very least, because
yes, 'cause
it'll help us going through.
this is your you know, your thesis, you know, your thesis statement, and
And
as
I
you're
legit
dissecting the film, you're gonna point out your evidence as you go. I see you.
this watching this legit has me inspired. If I can motivate myself, I think I'm going to make a couple of different videos based off of just watching Toxic Avenger 4. One of them being that multiverse theory that I just laid out, and the other one being about Mr. James Gunn. Because man, this really is the coming out party for James Gunn. This movie, I was looking some behind the scenes stuff of this movie. This movie really came to be because of James Gunn writing. Everything I learned about filmmaking, I learned from the Toxic Avenger, which is this book that James wrote while he was, I believe it was while he was working on Tromeo and Juliet, which is, I think, his first writing credit for a film, for a trauma film. And so he's writing this book with Lloyd. It's pretty much a retelling of how they made the Toxic Avenger, and like kind of like almost a bootleg how-to guide of how to make an independent movie on the level that they made it. And anyway, so in that book, I guess there's stuff that while they were doing that book that inspired Lloyd to want to make a Toxic Avenger 4. So literally, without James Gunn, Toxic Avenger 4 probably wouldn't exist, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. And show, okay, we say it like that because the question I'm thinking is like, why did it take it so long to make this sequel? The third one came out what, 89? So we're talking
because
about
the first two came out back to back. They made
right.
them together, and it didn't work out. The cartoon series came out around the same time, I think, right around that, or right after the sequels. I have the timeline probably fucked up on that, but then it's kind of like the Toxic Avenger bubble is burst at that point. You know, once the cartoon series peters out, I mean, there's really not a lot of Toxic Avenger media floating around. I think there was a video game around the same time, right? Maybe the comic book series. Marvel had a short-lived comic book series.
Oh, the Toxic Avenger?
That's 10 years. That's probably at least 10 years of no Toxic Avenger media, like really in the mainstream at all. So they probably assumed until writing that book there was nothing left in the tank for that. I would guess. Because that's 10 years Lloyd was making other shit. You know, Lloyd had kind of moved on. But thinking about it and writing the book with James, and I assume James must have pitched the multiverse angle. That has to be
Come on. This is so, like, we're both comic book nerds, right? How many times we deal with multi-universes when it comes to our comic book storytelling. So it's just like, here's a guy who is also a fucking comic book nerd talking to the guy who made Toxic Avenger, and they're just having conversations. Of course, it was his idea, or inspired him, I would say.
He's definitely. Did you catch his cameo in the movie? I'm going to go ahead and jump to it. Did you catch it?
Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah, the fake Stephen Hawkins. Yeah,
right.
That's James.
I was like, that's James. I was like, I'm looking at him like, that's James Gunn.
I didn't catch it was him till I was looking up who was in the movie, and I was like, oh fuck, that was James.
Dude, I picked it up.
That's crazy.
I guess because Superman, came out this summer, and there was a lot of like his face all over the place.
Oh, he's putting himself out there for sure. He's doing a lot of interviews, and he's doing that podcast. There's like a whole Peacemaker podcast he's doing and shit. I
mean, he loves the show. Good for him. He found a career. I think I liked Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I liked Superman. I think he's a fun filmmaker. He makes fun movies. Cool, good for him. I'm looking forward to see what he does with the DC, and him being a nerd who loves this shit. Sometimes that's what you need. If it feels like a corporate shell, the movie's gonna be a shell. I think that's what I feel like the DCU was, a shell. So bring some love, and the fact that go for it. It doesn't have to be so fucking serious all the time.
Yeah, he's definitely figuring out how to bring some fun back into
we'll see
the DC universe that has been really fucking lacking.
Yes,
bring some color into that fucking universe, for fuck's sake.
I want my Batman to be dark. Not everybody has to be like Batman, all right? Like, come on.
Oh, you're gonna get like so many different Batman. Just wait. There's gonna be like a Batman movie every year coming soon.
Probably they're talking about the first one they're established. See, this is how it happens, folks. We just get on a train.
It always ends up going to Batman places too.
Because I'm a Batman fan,
Hey,
so
man,
I care about the character, and that's why the Batman is my favorite Batman. It's the one that I'm like, that captures what I like about Batman for me.
Yeah, Batman's always been my favorite superhero, bro. Like, I've always gravitated to that character
because he's the
horror superhero, bro.
Well, yeah, his his backstory is like super tragic, and he does the most darkest thing, and there's like, and I think the villains are fun too, honestly. And he's human.
He's got the best rogues gallery. That's not even.
Well, and he's human too, so there's a level sense of danger that the fact that he's a billionaire and he's smart and he uses his money to help his community in a different way, though.
Batman has such a good rogues gallery that the rest of the DC universe has to like sort of like, hey, can we have like your D villains for a book, please, Batman, sir?
Yeah. And the fact because they are just like Batman in different ways. Like a lot of
them are broken reflections of Batman for sure.
It makes it fun. It makes it interesting when you have also like, I don't know, you're a Superman, Mark. I'm not. And
don't get me wrong, I'm not like the biggest Superman fan. I just can appreciate Superman a lot more than I used to.
But when you read the comics, I just can't get to it.
Well, I've read just Morrison's Batman, really. I haven't even read his Action Comics.
The only Superman comic that I read was Red Sun.
Oh, Red Sun I've read too, actually. Red Sun's fantastic.
See, look, we're nerds, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, so because we have that comic book knowledge, it was easy for me to really get on board with this film right away when we get to the plot. I think what really kept me into this movie is the plot, because sometimes there are scenes that kind of, for me, dragged a little bit. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna say this. I think it was my complaint in Toxic 3 was this long ass open that just kept going and going and going, and I'm just like,
yeah. Which they follow the model of the opening model, like the fight scene / hostage scene that has been in the last 2 movies previously. They follow that model.
It followed that model. I feel like this one was harder to watch.
Ooh, boy, they made it hard to watch too, man. So
they made this hard to watch.
Take a Mexican to Work Day.
Number 1, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
And yeah, Tromaville School for the Very Special is the official name of the school.
It actually starts with the news people a little bit. The movie starts like almost like RoboCop.
Yeah, it is a very RoboCop vibe. I know.
Yes, which I appreciate too, because I love RoboCop. And shout out to
you know what, Josh? The new one has a bit of that vibe too. I was noticing. Yeah, the new one kind of like watching this after watching the new one. I'm like, oh yeah, they're kind of nodding to 4 a lot in the new one.
Hey, I'm glad I watched this before I watched that, because that's the next film we're gonna watch. But
yeah, man, I can't wait to talk about that one too.
So the open, so it's with the twins. I'm like already like the film like came out in 2000. I'm already seeing. For my first visual is the twin newscasters. I'm like, bro, I know these guys. I know them because they used to do sports commentary to old stuff. That's how I knew them, from ESPN Classic. I was in that football nerd. That's how I met these guys.
I remember they would do like those World's Dumbest Criminal type shows and shit like that.
Yeah, they did those too. Yeah.
They also had a podcast on Earwolf for a while.
That doesn't surprise me.
And they were on a bunch of comedy bang bangs and shit back in the day.
They're all, to me, they're always a pleasant. I always enjoyed their shtick a little bit, except for one part in this movie. I'm just like, hold up, what?
The hard ER.
Okay, that's not what the subtitles told me.
What did they tell you? There was an A?
Yes.
It was not an A, my man.
So that made me feel like, all right.
Yeah, that was
And they said
disturbing.
this stuff. I'm like, oh, I can't associate with these kids.
And did you notice, right, the scene after that when they cut back to them again?
Yeah,
they're talking about rap music, and he really has a strong reaction against rap music as
don't
well.
like rap music.
I'm like, whoa, okay,
whoa.
Okay, I see where you're coming from, dude.
Okay.
Say it with the hard R, and then you don't like rap music. Okay, okay.
That's
then.
what I'm talking about. The mean spirit. They're just like it just went into like the meanest places.
Oh yeah, it's a very mean movie. I mean, so taking Mexican to work day, they're serving tuna tacos at the Tromaville School for the Very Special.
Tacos, yeah.
They say it's tuna tacos. They don't look like tuna tacos.
No wonder it was so wet. I'm like, why are these tacos so fucking
Those
wet?
tacos are 90% sauce, my dude. It's like sloppy Joe mix with like extra water in the sauce or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's my favorite character in the movie, hands down, the rebel regard in the leather jacket. Oh, he's hands down my favorite character. There's no fucking question. He's one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. I'm surprised I forgot about him.
Oh my god, Humble. All right, continue.
I love that guy. He rules.
Please continue.
The rebel regard Tito.
Oh my god.
So the rebel regard Tito, he's in a really fresh leather jacket.
Yes.
That says regarded rebel. On the back, it actually says a different thing on the back, but you get the gist. He's masturbating in class while everybody's eating tacos, very sloppily eating tacos. One guy's going super hard.
In the sauce.
Yeah.
Just like
the magazine he's beating off to is over 50, by the way.
Yeah,
but
I saw that.
I want to talk about the acting in this scene. Every single actor, you know, it's been said before in a certain classic, a film classic called Tropic Thunder, you never go full regard.
Yeah.
Everyone in this scene
full
goes way past full regard.
There is no question that they are actors who really went for it. And you're just like,
yeah, they went for it, man.
And okay, I guess at this point I have to realize what movie I'm in. Camp. It's gonna be like, I was like, dude, you didn't. And it reminds you of the second one because the blindness, and you're like, oh, the blind.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely like an amping up of the blind.
Up to 11, like
yeah, that's an amping up for sure.
Citizen Toxie, like as reference to Citizen Kane. So there's a friend like this is a fucking epic here. Holy shit, that's the first thing I see, and you're just like, all right, because then the diaper mafia comes in, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, the diaper mafia, which, by the way, that one guy, the leader, did we see him in the other ones too?
Maybe he had a familiar face.
He looked so fucking familiar as soon as I saw him. I was like, man, I swear.
Because
Cigar Face.
Cigar Face. That Cigar Face is in this movie as a different villain, but the same actor.
The head heel, basically, the head cop heel there.
The
Hitler stash. He's kind of the head heel of the movie, other than Noxie, really.
Well, he's kind of like he's all about fascism, right? So
yeah.
When Noxie comes over,
well, he's a straight up Nazi.
Yes, Toxic Avenger on our side, bro.
Yeah, he's a straight up Nazi. I mean, he's kind of hiding it a little bit, but there is a stash poking out. Not a Charlie Chaplin stash, by the way.
Humble, don't lie. They're not hiding it. It is blatantly.
What do you mean? Some people have that stash and they say it's a Charlie Chaplin stash. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, here's the thing. Hitler ruined that stash. There's a reason why after Hitler, no one has that stash.
Well,
except for some people.
There's a couple.
Y'all weird. Okay.
They might not leave their house, but there's a couple.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, don't take this way. When I saw the head heel, I was like, "Hey, Cigar Face!"
Yeah, me too. I popped for Cigar Face too, bro.
I wasn't pumped that he was Hitler. I was pumped like I was like, "Hey, a familiar face." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh, Cigar Face. He's got a Hitler stash though. What the fuck?
And this whole opener, I thought we could cut, and like it took a while to get to Toxie. It took a while, and it was prolonged because of the other subplot of this film that is very interesting that goes into a very nerdy way. A nerd thing we have to talk about in the end.
By the way, when the diaper mafia comes in,
Yes.
do you notice the retarded? Or my bad, the regarded. The regarded rebel. See, I have it. I have the other version.
We're 45 minutes in.
My bad. The regarded rebel leaves like as soon as they come in. He's like, "Fuck this shit," and no one stops him. Like, what shitty fucking gangsters the diaper mafia are, dude. Like,
well, it's that
walks out. He's like, "Fuck this shit,"
and then he goes shooting up in the fucking closet,
shooting up heroin when Toxie finds him later. Oh, he's a rebel, bro. He's a rebel. You can't tell him what to do.
And he just reminded me, like, okay, over 50s, right? So like the women that he wants, right, over 50. So he's a greaser. He wants to be a greaser so he can get the over 50 women.
Yeah, he's on some throwback shit. He's like, I want the ladies from the 50s too, bro.
The women in the 50s knew how to do it.
Oh man, they don't make them like they used to, man. Let me tell you.
Oh my god! Oh, and you know what? You come out as your favorite character. He probably does the most.
He's so fucking awesome.
You can't say that when we go to the next universe, bro. You cannot say that.
What do you mean? He ends up being the. I don't want to spoil it, but he might do a couple of horrible things. My other favorite character in the movie does a couple of horrible things too, though. We're gonna get to him in a bit, but he's called Sergeant Kabuki Man.
NYPD.
He does a couple of very despicable things, but he's my second favorite character in the movie. So
he is okay. I have a lot of questions when we get to Mr. Kabuki Man.
Now I've never seen Sergeant Kabuki Man, so I might not be able to answer all of them. But if you remember,
wait a minute, hold on.
In Toxie 2, there's an early draft version of him in Toxie 2 when he goes to Japan. There's a very early draft version of him.
They made a Kabuki
I don't know if
Man
you remember
movie
that.
Before this one?
He kind of fights Kabuki Man in 2.
Yes.
Or like an early version of him.
Yeah, I remember that. That's why I was like, this looks familiar. His face paint, though, is dope. Well, I'll tell you what. I will, if I can say one thing about Mr. Kabuki Man, he had the look. Like, when that man's on screen, my eyes are on him.
Kabuki Man is hilarious, man. Shit. Okay, so like you were saying, it takes a while for Toxie to come in, though.
It does. Especially when all this uncomfortableness is happening, and then like basically about to hit a pregnant. Like, okay, there's a teacher who's pregnant, and they're talking about like hitting her with the piñata, like, and they're saying, and the diaper babies.
One of them is beating,
just raping one of them.
Yeah. One of them's like essentially graping a regard.
Yes, but I'm telling you, this scene is like really super uncomfortable.
But there's another one that's just sort of beating up a regard with her jugs, with her giant boobs.
I was like, bro,
you know what I'm talking about? There's like a redhead that's like beating the crap out of her.
Oh, I know, because she comes back and gets the other guy. Blah blah blah. Yeah, there's a lot of interest. This movie is horny as hell.
Oh, I have that in my notes too. This is way hornier than the other ones, and it's not like the other ones weren't horny.
No, because they were very horny. But this one was just like, hey, free the nipple. Hey, we're gonna do that all the time.
Every like 10 to 15 minutes, there's probably boobs. I would say probably more than that. That's probably like being a little too.
Here's the thing.
A little too liberal.
I kept being surprised. I was like, oh, wow, okay. It's still, and they revisit it. They did it again for what reason?
Just to show boobs.
I guess.
You have to remember their background too of being the horny comedy company, Troma. How they made those like 4 before Toxic Avenger, they made 4 essentially like horny comedies that were like Porky's knockoffs essentially. So that's kind of like their background is having all these boobs and whatnot.
Maybe I should have kept on watching the Troma films before this one, because
I'm so curious about those early ones, man. I think there's a collection that's got all 4 of them, like the 4 early Troma movies.
I bet those are probably super uncomfortable to watch.
I heard they're just like Porky. They're like low budget Porky's rip-offs. They're not like fantastic, but they're not like horrible either.
I'm talking about the subject matter and how they get to these things. Oh,
but yeah, I got the Sklar brother dropping the N-bomb. I have it as Randy drops the N-bomb. I think it's Randy that does.
I think the guy. Yeah, the guy. I think it's the guy on the left.
Yeah,
it does.
I think I looked up who was who, and I think it was Randy that did it. Cigar. It says Sugar Face for some reason. Fucking autocorrect. Cigar Face with the Hitler mustache. Yeah, they say they're executing one person every half hour. There's a Lemmy cameo.
Yes,
Lemmy was in one of the other ones, right?
Yes, to show that he went to a different universe. There's kind of like mirrors of each other. So yeah, there's like a scene that duplicates it. Yes.
Yeah, Lemmy cameo. Don't shoot any more of these tards is a quote I have highlighted. Or guards. My bad.
I mean, Jesus, this like. And then when Toxic gets here, I was like, oh,
yeah,
the makeup looks good. All right.
Yeah, it does look a little better, I would say. Man, there's so many cameos. I have Ron Jeremy cameo, Al Goldstein cameo.
You talk about I was like, ew.
I think Ron Jeremy plays the mayor, I think in this movie.
Yes, he does.
That's the character he's playing, but a very religious mayor.
And his last name was Goldberg.
Was it really?
Yes, Mayor Goldberg.
My goodness. That's funny.
Because
like, he is Jewish,
wow.
Right? I think Ron is Jewish.
Jewish man. Just say, Lord Jesus.
But yeah, he's with Al Goldstein in the first cameo, who's like the guy who did a Screw magazine and had a public access show in New York for a very long time. Really controversial political figure in his own right. Yeah, the news anchors blame metal and a video game called Kill All the Regards.
Oh my god!
And rap music,
and rap music, and then we get the N-bomb, which is pretty much
not a fan.
Brother, please, please is the translation.
He says specifically he's not a fan though. He has to make that be known.
No, I thought the brother was like rap music, not a fan.
Yeah, and he's the same one that said the N-bomb.
Yeah. I don't like it.
At that point, I'm like, wow, this movie really.
Yep. I would say the first 10 minutes is like if you can't watch the first 10 minutes, you gotta get out. If you can't
stomach this, it basically is letting you know if you can't stomach this, get the fuck out. Like you're not gonna like the rest.
What's pretty much what the other film's done.
Yeah.
Like you gotta think about the first one. The first one had a long scenes with the bad guys killing people. We spent a long time doing that before they get like a revenge or them being mean to Melvin. Like we waited a long time.
Can we talk about how Toxie comes into the scene?
Go ahead.
So there's a show. Apparently, in this universe, there's a show called the really real bikini show, which is like a bikini news show, and this news anchor comes and a lady in a bikini comes running in with her big fat news anchor or a big fat cameraman, and yeah, she turns into Toxie.
I was like, when did he have morphing powers?
I don't remember that being a thing either, but I mean, who knows? Maybe he's mutated over the last 10 years. I assume there's about a 5 to 10 year time jump or something that we're experiencing here.
Oh, so now when she comes in when the mayor's talking, or the police chief, when the bikini girl comes by him, he said, "What took so long?" And she said, "Like I had to get change." Right?
Oh, interesting. There's levels to that.
There's a level
to that shit, bro. On the surface, it's a funny joke because she's just got a bikini, but if you look deeper, it's Toxie putting on the I like that.
Entendres. Bam.
Yeah,
Talk about rap.
I like that a lot. That's dope. Yeah.
It's
Toxie,
funny. That's funny. So
Toxie has the diaper gang. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this one diaper gang member. I almost skipped over him.
Okay,
the guy with the green hair that has the circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He's got a circle. He's got a beard and green hair gimmick that's like a circle around his whole face.
Yeah, it was
very odd hairstyle.
He was
anyway, I just wanted to bring him up.
Head up their ass, like he kept saying over and over again. And just
he shoves that guy's head up his ass.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense how he did it, but it was a funny joke because the way he tombstone pile drives him and the head comes up on the other way. Oh, okay.
I mean, later on he turns
logistics. I understand.
I mean, later on he turns a dude's finger into a pencil, so from just putting it into a pencil sharpener. So
whatever.
Hey, the physics in this universe are very loose. Hey, but yeah, the diaper gang member shits his diaper
for too long.
Violently too.
That's another thing about this too. Toilet humor, a lot of farts.
Oh yeah, of course.
Piss. Like they're like, this film does give no fucks. They are doing whatever they want to do.
Diaper to the face, stomps on the face. Yeah.
That's why I say it's mean, because it's basically saying you don't like this. This is what the fucking film is doing. Like, we're just doing it.
Well, you know what? The first Toxie's pretty mean, though.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
First Toxie's got a real mean spirit to it, especially because for the first hour or so.
They were mimicking a horror film. That the reason why the Toxic Avenger for me doesn't work as well is because of the mixing of that horror slasher thing, and then he becomes a hero. And there's some like really weird like Toxie about to grape somebody. I was like, what? Yeah. So yes, I understand that. But we established already how he's now a superhero. So when you get to this point, you're just like, eek.
But he's still killing people. But notice there's a scene. So they introduced Lard Boy as well, right? So we get this new concept of Lard Ass. Or is it Lard Ass or Lard Boy?
No, he's Lard Ass.
Lard Ass. Okay. So Lard Ass is introduced. His new sidekick. Lard Ass is very concerned when Toxie's going nuts and immediately mentions the Tromatons.
Yes,
he does. Catch that?
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Yep. So that aspect they're keeping of like the Tromatons is what makes him go nuts. But it's interesting. Like it's a thing of like Toxie has to keep it in control. You know what I mean? It's almost like Hulk, like hulking out a little too much or something.
Okay, he said that one line, but it doesn't get mentioned in the rest of the film. So
yeah, not at all. It's almost just a little.
Hi, Toxie fans.
Like, yeah,
wink.
Yeah, well, hey, this is still a thing. We're not going to use it the rest of the movie, but it is a thing. Yeah, Toxie rips a head off.
Pass it around. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There's sex going on in the back. Girls topless. Pandemonium, chaos going on here. I'm just like, wow. And then there's a setup of a bomb. One of the head guys, like, if I die,
so he's like ripping the head heel's guts out. That's what I have here. He's ripping the head heel's guts out, and like he has to put the heart back in so the bomb doesn't go off. But the bomb is triggered, and now it's set to explode in 5 seconds. And this is the longest 5 seconds ever, and this is one of my favorite jokes in the movie. How long that 5 seconds takes. Yeah, this is the pencil sharpening thing happens in that 5 seconds. Toxie goes to look for a mop, still at 5 seconds. They find the regarded rebel. He finds the regarded rebel in the closet shooting up. Let's see. He takes the drugs to numb the pain, he explains. Let's see. The weird commercial break thing was back again in my version. Did you have that fade to black thing? Because you watched on Tubi. Oh shit, is he here?
Oh, it's free on Prime.
Oh, you're muted.
I know, I saw that. It's so sensitive, right? I had commercials.
Did you have that weird fade to black commercial break thing that I've been talking about with these other 2 and 3? I noticed that again. That was still in this version. I'm really baffled by that. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Fucking A. But yeah, man, this countdown takes forever. Toxie, what? He says he's got to basically go impregnate his girl in the middle of all of this.
I gotta have a baby. Oh, and dude, triggering. I was triggered at this point. I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
And it's just like, I'm like, okay. And then I noticed how different the shack was. I'm like, oh, this looks different. This looks different.
And that's where we meet Claire.
Yes.
She is back to Claire again for this movie, which was another thing that tipped me off that something weird was going on with these universes.
And just dressed in normal clothes.
Yeah. I can't remember if it's the same actress as any of the other ones. I didn't look that up. But anyway, the bomb is down to 3 seconds.
She looked young. She looked young. No.
The bomb ticks down to 3 seconds. Toxie knocks her up, vomits green ooze, and releases steam from his crotch when he nuts, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that Claire, when pictures with the blind eyes, that he looks, and you see what Claire sees when it comes to the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, she sees like some dude with long hair, I guess.
Yes, like a Fabio kind of looking dude, but not Fabio.
Yeah, more heavy metal, like Fabio's heavy metal uncle.
Yeah, there's a lot of heavy metal in this movie too.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, there's a gag with urine and Toxie's apple juice with the pregnancy test. Toxie has this urine sample and I guess the pregnancy test strip in a bologna sandwich packed as his lunch. That'll come in handy later.
It's a Braille pregnancy test.
Yeah, a Braille pregnancy test, by the way. Yeah. Fucking crazy. There's so many jokes in this movie, man. Like, it is a joke like every fucking couple of seconds. There's so many jokes.
It adds to the camp. So it's like when we get past the like this like opening, it gets a little less painful to watch.
A little bit.
Yeah. Because we like when we talked about it, it's like, yeah, that seems pretty funny. And then it's like, all right, let's go back to the diaper mafia. I'm like, oh, please don't go back to the diaper mafia.
Yeah. Toxie comes back. The crowd is cheering as Toxie returns, and we get another cameo, pretty big cameo. Did you catch this one?
What was this one?
Next to Lemmy was Eli Roth cheering when Toxie returns.
Oh, okay.
It cuts to Lemmy and Eli's going ham, cheering for Toxie.
Okay, so I was wondering why we cut back to that guy, because I thought his one thing was they just kept coming back to him. Like, all right,
that was to be like, look, we got pretty famous horror director Eli Roth in our film, because that was like he had just done Hostel, I think, around that time period. No, he must have just done Cabin Fever.
Yeah,
that was super early.
They probably filmed this 98, 99 because the film came out in 2000.
Yeah, so he must have only have done Cabin Fever at that point, but obviously was down with Troma enough to get in that movie. I think he has some uncredited writing shit for Troma, if I remember correctly. Anyway, Sergeant Kabuki Man shows up around now. Drinking cheap vodka.
Yeah, he just fucking drunk.
Well, hiding. He's hiding.
Yeah, he's a drunk piece of shit. Yeah.
He's he's asked why he isn't in there by a reporter. He says it's not his jurisdiction. NYPD. So
NYPD.
Yeah, he's in Tromaville. So he says he has Oriental superpowers. Yikes! And then he sexually assaults the newswoman.
Yeah, she's like screaming. He's like,
he like pulls her into the garbage container that he's hiding in, and
once again, mean spirited.
Yeah,
I'm like, this movie's intro. Oh man.
And spoiler, it's not the first time he sexually assaults a woman.
No,
that's not even the first time.
Oh god. Oh, bro.
But yeah, we're still down to only 2 seconds left on the bomb, by the way. They are periodically cutting back to let us know how slowly the time is passing.
And I think at this point in the movie, we're like 30 minutes in the movie. Like,
we're 20 to 25 minutes in the movie already for sure.
Oh my god. Yes.
But yeah, Lardass says the bomb is about to go off. There's 1 second left. It says T- 0 seconds. The bomb will now blow up.
And Lard
it still doesn't blow up, by the way.
Lardass is like, I know what to do. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna eat the bomb because I have an atomic gut. Like, and I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody do that. Like, there's a comic book character who did eat a bomb and eat it and just, yeah.
I do feel like that's in a movie or something, right?
In a movie or something like that, or like I think I've seen a superhero do something like this.
But yeah, he smears the bomb with peanut butter and eats the fucking thing.
When it comes to lard ass, I'm just thinking it's just gross. Gross.
Yeah. A lot of gross out humor with lard ass.
He's always constantly farting. He's using food. He's like, there's a spray can of lard. He sprays on the floor one of the diaper muffins that slips on it, and goes, "I can't believe that's butter, not butter." And he starts eating it. I'm like, God damn, this dude nasty. Is gross. And when they do to this dude in the alternate timeline, I'm like, dog, I don't know which one's worse.
Yeah, I think the alternate timeline. Alternate timeline has a happier ending because
yes, it does.
Because
hold on,
he good?
Don't spoil it yet.
Don't spoil what happens to Lardass?
Yeah, don't spoil it yet.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like we're in a roll here. So okay, so
I want to say he farts though.
Okay, so because the Regard, one of the special people, oh man, one of the kids in the diaper mafia who didn't get killed because the one guy was just was blowing everybody up before that.
Yeah, he like machine guns them down.
Killed
just mows them all down.
Killed everybody except for the two people having sex in the back.
Which, think about the time period that came out with all the school shooting, the Columbine stuff that went on.
They
that's insane.
The Trench Coat Mafia.
Yeah, they reference them even, right?
Yes.
That's even the diaper mafia is a reference to it, like obviously. Yeah, pretty insanely edgy if you think about the time that it came out.
Yeah, it's punk. That's why I keep saying that this is punk rock.
Yeah. Some people might call it tasteless, but not me.
I guess if it's done in a certain way, I'm not liking this right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, this made me just like I was not having fun at this point.
The school shooting part?
Yeah. And you talking about like still, and it's weird because like, and then when it cut to the newscast, like another school massacre. I was just like, wow, how I feel that today.
Yeah, that definitely feels a lot more pertinent today than it did then, for sure, because that's the attitude they have a lot more these days. Like, yep, happened again. Yeah, man. But an explosion happens not because of the bomb. The bomb goes off in his gut and he lets out a fart.
Yeah,
and then one of the diaper mafia, the one that was graping the other Regard, and the Regard go to share a cigarette, and then that causes the explosion, lighting the match.
As Toxic got like most of the hostage out, and he had Sweet Honey, because like when Toxic Avenger saved him, like, what's your name, Sweet Honey? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, sweetheart. Oh, what is it? Yeah, Sweetie Honey. Yeah, Sweetie Honey.
Yeah, because he said Sweetie, and he called
Sweetie
her
Honey. Yeah, Sweetie Honey. But yeah, her Sweetie Honey and the Regarded Rebel are the only two survivors. I guess the teacher too, right? I think the teacher survives.
Yes,
she comes out after the fact though. But they realize that something happened. And that's the point. The explosion is the point where they swap universes. It seems
correct. There's some weird, like, I knew something was like going on. Comes like
there's like a negative effect, and they do like a almost like sci-fi stinger sound effect thing, and you're like, oh, something just happened.
Yes, and then when we get to I like the reveal a little bit that they went to different universe. I kind of picked up on it already for some reason, especially when I see Nox, I'm like, wow,
what is that? Like, that's not Toxie. What is that? But yeah, I guess the first reveal is like this alternate, not Kabuki Man, this alternate universe of Kabuki Man, picks him up, and he calls him Noxie, and he mentions selling crack. That's the first reveal that that maybe he's not in the right universe there.
Okay, seeing this Kabuki man made me go like, bruh, that means the Kabuki man NYPD in Toxie's universe could actually be something if he wasn't drinking, because he could put some moves. I'm like, wow, you're actually kind of effective.
Yeah, it seems like it's funny to me, like the meta joke of Kabuki Man being a drunk too, because Kabuki Man is like he was never as successful as Toxie, obviously. So it's just funny to me that he's like in this movie, like kind of like drunk and like being like, yeah, I guess I'm in Toxic Avengers movie. Like he's just kind of a loser in the movie. Like I just love that characterization. It's almost like a meta level to that. Anyway. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like if he got off of his bullshit, sobered up, he could maybe like you're right, he could maybe make something of himself and actually be an effective superhero.
And this point with when Toxie's with Kabuki Man from the alternate universe, he does a kill from the first movie, runs over the old lady.
Right. There's a definite reference to that. It's almost like almost a shot for shot type of thing with the convulsing body and all that.
Yeah, with the kid
up on the head.
It's with the kid. A kid on a bike. This is more of a
It's definitely, I picked up on that for sure. But yeah, we are introduced to Noxie around this time. Got a wig and a gold chain on with an N on it. Yeah. It's pretty obvious. It's almost explained to you at this point that they swapped universes.
Okay, so
Noxie just starts ripping pigs' arms off and shit.
Okay. Did you capture one of the cops?
Ooh, what do you mean?
The captain of this universe.
The other guy, the guy that he rips the arms off.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's when Toxie's universe. So when Toxie comes out and he gets fired by the police captain, he's like, "What?" The police captain who shoots at Toxie in the alternate universe, I believe, is the devil or the Mr. Evil Businessman in the Toxic 2 and 3.
Oh shit.
I looked at him, I was like, holy shit. So when Noxie comes out, I love his character, the difference, and the fact that his mop is a red and black.
Yeah.
And I want you folks to think about this for a second. This movie came out around 98, 99. You know what movie was coming around 98, 99? Star Wars Episode 1.
Okay.
There's a reference to Star Wars Episode 1 at the end of this movie. The end of the movie is a reference to Star Wars Episode 1, and we'll get to that.
Shit, I didn't catch that. I don't know the reference. I've never even seen all of episode 1.
You've never seen The Phantom Menace?
No, I've seen some parts of it. I've seen like some of the parts with Jar Jar, where there's like a sequence where they're like underwater somewhere, right?
Yeah, in the gun.
Yeah, I've seen some of that part, like that scene specifically as like almost all I've seen.
That's just the beginning. So yeah, there's a reference because there's hype around. You can tell that these fans are also Star Wars nerds too. So there's references to this, and
that makes so much sense because I mean. That shit was so fucking insanely hyped up.
Correct. So you think about Star Wars and everything, you think Toxie being the Sith Lord or whatever, or like this is the evil if Toxie went to the dark side kind of thing.
Yeah, I wasn't even picking up on any of those levels of it.
Well, yes. especially when the ending happens. That's where
we're gonna have to definitely I know when we get to that you'll break that down, but I'm hella curious what that is because I completely missed that.
And I love it, or in superheroes like think about Red Sun. Like what if Superman like the Batman's concern about Superman's like if you take that 1% chance he goes evil, we're all fucked. And this is like, all right, Noxie is the combination of like what if Toxie wasn't a good guy? What if he used his powers for evil? And holy shit, he's a fucking menace.
Yeah.
He tore the dude's arms and then used that dude's arms to choke somebody out.
Yeah. Somehow gained control of the hands of those
and Cigar Fest is in the back going, oh shit.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, he's all psyched. When he meets up with him later, he's all psyched that he's like, oh, I knew. What's the quote? He says something super funny to him. Oh shit. Oh, damn it. He says something super funny to him as far as
While you're looking for
like
that,
I knew you were. Oh man.
so during that
Hold on, let me
time
see if I can find it.
before Knox and Scarface team up, he is going through the crowds, ripping body parts, just boom.
Yeah, he's
boom,
just assaulting Tromaville citizens.
It's like he doesn't give a crap. Like he's like, "Fuck you," like just leave me alone. Like he's just like for no reason, just like and people are just mortified of all the blood going on because it's like buckets of blood as he's just mowing people down, kicking people's heads. It's just like, whoa. Establishing already that this is not the Toxic Avenger we know. This is something different. It kind of remind me of the South Park episode of one of the Halloween specials, where Eric.
And it's basically explained to us by this Dr. Flim Hawking sequence too. Like the whole thing is kind of broken down to us by James Gunn as Dr. Flim Hawking, which is that really makes me think too. The fact they just had James explain it, like that's like Lloyd's like, fuck it, James, we'll just put you in the movie. You explain it.
Tell these people what the fuck's going on.
Explain alternate universes. Go.
Right, and he's also brings out the ending. He also is very important. That scene is very important because it tells you what the fuck's going on and foreshadows the ending.
Yeah. His so when he's introduced on the screen, it says Dr. Flim Hawking, noted science guy, obligatory exposition. It literally says that on the screen, just to, like,
and I'm looking at James. There. I'm like, wow, man, you were full regard, dog. Like,
yeah.
I was like, hi, James.
Dr. Hawking explains that he had a penis enhancement.
Yes,
at some point as well.
Which is a reference to what happens in the end.
Yeah, there's a reference to another. He
explains how it works. He shows the mechanics. I was like, okay,
that's to set up that what is the name of the Plastic Palace that is coming up in a little bit.
Run by Knox, yeah,
Noxie's. I guess that's his main gig. That's his money making gig.
He rips people's bodies off and then they come into him to get repaired.
Yeah, kind of like a Frankenstein factory going on in there.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah, there's like a police chase going on in the other universe, by the way, in a Mortville with our Toxie. That's what causes the old lady getting run over. There's a lot of cool parallels they do with split screens showing a Mortville and Tromaville at the same time.
That's another.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, good. They weren't like. I think that effect works. It is very jarring to see like it mirrored like that, but you can see it established that this is happening at the same time at two different universes.
It really sells the concept of like an alternate universe pretty hard. I like it a lot. Let's see. The diaper goons under a different gimmick show up.
Yeah,
in a Mortville.
And they're like horny. Everybody's so fucking horny.
Everyone's horny in this movie.
Especially in the other Ville is like the super horny one. Because like when Toxie's walking down the street of the Citizen, they're just like, hey Knox, you ready for a hit? Just people just doing drugs in the middle of the damn street. Boobies
lots
out,
of titties out. Yeah, lots of titties out, crackheads and just titties. It's like that's all that's going on that street.
I'm ready for another hit. You're just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. Toxie like kills them. pulls a tongue out. Let's see. Attacks two of the other ones with a mop. Sweetie Honey is the girl's name at this point, we find out.
This is the point where you have to defend your favorite character, Tito, here.
Oh, because he sells her?
For crack.
Yeah.
And
he's chasing a high, man.
Only worried about where's my pipe.
Hey, he's a rebel.
Whoa, where's my pipe? A rebel?
Yeah, he's a rebel. He doesn't care. He's out for himself. It's hard being a regard, all right?
Yeah, yes. Can't even get
He's got to kill the pain, all right?
To sell.
I'm on his side, all right?
Oh, no way. No.
I can't defend him selling Sweetie Honey. She's such a sweetheart. She's honestly maybe the most grounded of all of the regarded acting that's going on, if I'm being real. Like, she's not going as over the top, and she she's doing it slightly childlike in a way that's like really it makes you feel for her more than be grossed out or just be like, Jesus Christ, what are we doing?
Yes. And then I get concerned about Mr. Kabuki Man at the end when it becomes to her, and I felt uncomfortable about it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes,
wow.
This movie, like I said, does not give a fuck.
Wow, I forgot about that at the
leading
end.
into a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. And this point is when I realized that let's see, the girlfriend's name is Sarah in this universe. Because what he finds, let's see.
He finds Lard.
He goes to the shack. That's what he's doing. He tries to go to his shack, but it's not there
because Tito and Sweet Honey were hungry, and he's like,
yes. And then they eat the.
Okay,
they eat and drink the pea and Braille pregnancy test sandwich.
Tito has a line goes, "This tastes like pregnant women's piss." I'm like, huh? What? Come again?
So
how do you know? How do you know?
How does he know
pregnant women piss tastes like?
See, he's awesome.
He took one sip and was like, pregnant women piss.
Tito rules.
And that's how Toxie finds out that his girl is pregnant with his baby.
It says sorry, congrats.
Sorry, congrats.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
And they said that pregnancy tests weren't hard to read.
Yeah.
Was the line.
Toxie. By the way, congrats to Ouija Mac. Announced that he is pregnant. He's got a baby in his belly. So congrats to Ouija Mac.
No, the demon seed got him. So all right.
Yeah, got a demon seed growing in his belly. No, but for real, congrats to Ouija and his girl. Announced that they are pregnant. Yeah, that's just wanted to throw that out there real quick. Yeah, man. Just going through the notes, trying to see where we're going next. Yeah, the regarded rebel Tito wants to leave Sweetie Honey, but he comes back. I think there's a slight hint at regarded love going on between those two, right?
Or like a little big brother, little sister.
Yeah, maybe more big bro, little sister. There's definitely a big bro. There's something going on there. At first, I thought there was a hint that they might have like a love angle going on though. At that, because
he almost leaves her again. So.
Yeah, he goes back though. He goes back though. That's where she kind of won him over in a way, right?
Okay, so there's a point where he's like, "I'm gonna go." He's like, "No," and he's like, "All right, come on."
Yeah,
and he's like, "But I'm in charge." So he's establishing dominance. Right
yeah, exactly. He's still got to be the one in charge for sure.
Okay, so I don't know if this is around the time we get cut back to Tromaville, and the mayor has the other superheroes try to stop this new Nox.
Yes,
who's causing all types of trouble.
These superheroes are something else too. This team.
Oh my god!
Yep. So Mayor Ron Jeremy has assembled a team of superheroes. The Vibrator, Dolphin Man, the Mad Cowboy, Master G, and John Bader, who I guess Master G is a famous rapper, and John Bader is just a random dude who somehow magically fused to become one person, the Masturbator. A rapper who comes on people.
Oh my god!
Apparently, is his power.
And he has hairy palms.
Does he have hairy palms? I missed that joke. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like Ooh, we gonna stop them hairy palms. Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. And Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD, who is very, very drunk. Who seems to be the de facto leader of this band of this Suicide Squad, if you will.
It reminds me of the Justice League a little bit. They're trying to do their own Justice League because the Dolphin Man, the joke was like he's really good at water.
He's Aquaman a little bit.
Yeah, but he's totally useless here. We don't have a lot of water.
Of all of them, he's the most useful. Maybe the Vibrator. Does she come in handy? Handy.
No, she just she's like her only joke is like she just gets off when with toys.
Yeah, she's just like masturbating. It's funny. There's like two masturbating jokes with this team.
Yeah.
Okay. The mayor does announce that there will be a puppet show after the press conference, which is just such a tiny joke, but I so appreciated that.
A giant puppet
Once
show.
again, like so many jokes packed into this movie. There really is like a joke shit, almost every fucking 5 to 10 seconds there's a joke in this movie.
Yes. Because Kabuki Man comes out and starts his own press conference.
Yeah, he's so
weird
drunk
there too.
He's so drunk too. It's
yes, he is.
Yeah, Sergeant Kabuki Man's really funny in this movie.
Like I'm telling you, every time he shows up, you can't stop looking at him, but you're just like, oof.
So Toxie we're back in Mortville, and Toxie finds a flyer for a place called the Plastic Palace with Noxie on it.
Hold on. I think that does that happen yet, or does the redneck scene happen?
Now that's what we're about to go into. This is what leads into that.
Okay.
There's a truck that drives by dragging a black man with a rope, which is insane for that time period. I don't know if you realize the context of that.
Yes, I do.
There was a very famous case where that happened.
Because what they do to that guy
is almost exactly. Yeah, pretty insane. Because I remember that case. That was, yeah, it's really dark. But they find a way to get some humor out of it in a way. I did not like that when I first saw it, but that character, Pompey.
Yes,
Pompey is awesome.
I mean, oh yeah. Once we get past the very cringe origin story,
yeah,
where I'm just
we'll just I mean, they just drag him to pieces. Let's just say they drag him to pieces. So he's just ahead.
But somehow still alive.
But don't worry, the rednecks get what's coming to them. He beats up, I think he kills one of them, but then one of the rednecks runs away, by the way. So one of them gets the fuck away. Oh man. Yeah, one of them got away. That's crazy to think about. But he takes the other redneck, and he puts his face under the hood of the truck, right?
Yes.
And he comes out, and I'm immediately like, is this a blackface joke? Are they going for a blackface joke? I'm like, nah, you're just looking for it now, dude. Like, I'm telling myself, you're just looking for it because this movie's almost like coded you to look for this offensive shit. There's no way they're gonna make a Yep, they are making a blackface joke. Cut to them bringing the redneck to a KKK lynching meeting, and they hang dude because they think he's black. Which, why doesn't Toxie just kill them?
Right. Oh my god!
He let the one redneck get away. And then, he's using, I get it. He's using why didn't Toxie kill them though?
Explain. I don't know. This scene was just on paper. Okay. Well, first of all, when the dragging thing happened, I was just like, yeah, this is dark. But it's like,
man,
wow, just actually, see one happen in front of you. You're just like, that's fucking weird. And they turn out to be cowards because they were talking all that shit, and then they're like, you can be cowards. And the blackface thing, I was just like, oh, punk. And once again, I'm like, punk. That's what a punk would do. No, they don't care.
So Toxie has a new friend, Pompey, a black man's head in a paper bag. I think he's just straight up in a paper bag. He brings him to the Plastic Palace because Pompey wants to get his body back, hopefully, at the Plastic Palace. There's a really quick cut, and I could not find anything online to confirm this, and it's so fast. In the Plastic Palace, they show a doctor cutting on a man's face.
Yes.
And peeling strips of flesh off of the face.
Yes.
They show his face, the doctor's face, the surgeon's face, real quick. Only once. And I fucking swear to God, that's David Arquette.
You swear to God?
I swear to God. I ran it back twice. And each time I'm like, that's David. I could not find it anywhere online. And it's just this one quick thing. But I'm like, I'll be fucked if that's not David Arquette, man. Because it looks spot on like David Arquette. And they only use him real quick for that one quick shot. So it made me think maybe it's a quick cameo. And once again, they were dodging union stuff. So he's not credited at all in the movie.
It's possible.
He wanted to be in the movie. So I don't know.
It's possible. I wasn't looking there because I was finding interesting who was in this. I was like, oh, there's people of all sorts of people here. Cool.
I could not confirm anything online at all. I looked so hard to see if I could find it anywhere, and I couldn't find it. You find out that Noxie is called the Noxious Offender at this point because it says it on the posters.
Yeah, the Toxic Avenger, he's the Toxic Avenger.
He's the Noxious Offender.
Okay. So this is around the time where I noticed that, like, this film is maybe not too kind to the queer community.
Yeah, there's definitely some I guess you would say some they them commentary these days.
Yes.
If they were to do that movie do this movie these days, it would hit a lot differently, this scene. But I don't think that was the intention. I feel like the intention was more of a Frankenstein. It was more of commentary on plastic surgery in general than it was on a sexual reassignment. If that makes any sense.
I was thinking about how, like, just even like a lot of this, you talk about horny. I'm like, horny and queer, like just like gay, lesbians, all on this dark side portion of Tromaville. Started like popping up a lot when Toxie is moving around Noxie's world. Because when we even go to the
that's an interesting
scene,
yes, they're almost like equated as being like just as bad as drug addicts or something. In this, there is a bit of subtext to that. I see what you mean.
If Noxie didn't have a girlfriend, that he was gay, or like Noxie's actually.
Well, spoiler, I do think Noxie is probably bi at the
very
least.
Yes, there's something queer going. It just, like I said, mean.
Yeah,
very mean.
Yeah. I mean that it's also just like the humor of the time, though, man. It's hard to explain. Like, that edgy humor was just so like prevalent. Yeah. I mean, the South Park humor, like,
yeah, it's there.
Fuck, man, it's definitely like a product of its times, but it's almost like amped up to the point where it's like it's really insane. Yeah, there's a pretty funny joke of all the different procedures and price points. That I think I posted in my Instagram stories.
Penile implant gets shown up again.
What's that?
The penile implant?
Yes, this is where you learn. Someone just mentions that Noxie got a penile implant in the Plastic Palace. Pompey is excited to get his new body, but they mention something about giving him hot dog parts as his body, but then they just throw him out, apparently.
Yes, and that's when Sweet Honey and Tito find him.
Hey, let's go to the office and fuck. What was that? Is that is a quote in here? I don't remember what the context was for that. I have that as a quote. That must be in the palace, though, right?
Yes.
Anyway, Sweetie Honey and Tito, our hero, show up behind the behind the Plastic Palace looking for food, and Pompey's in a bucket. And then this universe version of the Mad Cowman or Mad Cowboy comes out, and
you find out that they use human as hot dog parts and everything else.
And Mortville.
In Mortville is cannibals. They eat humans. And all I could think about was the Derby song from Willow.
All the parts from this Plastic Palace are being made into hot dogs or deli meat.
Yeah, or
bologna even.
I actually think that this could be a comment. Like, there's a lot of like punk rock, even commentary about capitalism and blah 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 blah.
That's Troma's bag, baby.
Yeah, so this portion's about how we treat cows and pigs, and like there's a commentary about slaughter and meat production, and then this scene and stuff like that. When you put humans instead of that, it makes it like, oh, what if it was humans? And like, this is disgusting and gross. I'm like, well, this happens every day to animals.
And they go so hard in the paint with that theme with Poultrygeist just a few years later. I want to say Poultrygeist was like 7 years later after this movie. So it was definitely something that was on Lloyd's mind, because I do think Poultrygeist was another Lloyd Kaufman directed and written, probably co-written Junt. But yeah, man, So yeah, in this universe, she is Claire. So I guess I had that backwards. In this universe, let's see. Yeah, because they meet alt universe Lardass, who's Chester, in Amortville. And he's a homeless scientist who now sucks dick, it seems. For 50 cents a pop. Very, very reasonable fee. And he explains that Claire is his girl. But now it seems that Noxie has taken her. But and this is that's the point where I realized, oh wait, there's a Sarah Claire thing going on because Toxie's girl is Sarah. Let's see. I'm just going through my notes here. Yeah, this is literally I have in my notes me asking the questions about Toxie 2 and 3 now. Oh man. See, Noxie meets a crackhead girl back in Tromaville, and him and the crackhead girl go to meet Sarah. And there is a very horny scene with Sarah and this crackhead girl where they les out.
And he gets the thought of an explosion turns him on.
Yeah, he's like beaten off to
an explosion.
A framed picture of an explosion. I think it's a mushroom cloud.
Right, hinting that he could be.
What's that?
They could be, gay or bi. That the mushroom cloud
or non-binary. Like, yeah, he's in explosions.
Nox has a wig of some sort on top of his head.
Yeah, man. Not quite a wig, not quite a toupee, somewhere in between.
Yeah, I think it has a color in it too. So I'm like, okay, he's expressing himself here. Cool. Yeah, it was very uncomfortable, especially when you call her a crackhead or I think she gets him like, oh, you're Toxic Avenger. I'm a big fan. Like, take me to it's like almost like a fan wanting to fuck Toxie, who is not.
She mentions that she says something about being a crackhead in art school though. She says something of that. That's why I keep calling her a crackhead.
But you inspired me, and I became an artist.
Yes, that's what she says. You nailed it.
It was the fact that the Toxic Avenger was an inspiration, right? It got her off the crack and to become an artist. And she has blue hair, and she pops. When there's an opportunity for breasts to come out, they are coming out. And they were out, and it was. And then it becomes a weird. Yeah, you're right. Like, not kind of like coerce these people to be start having sex together.
I mean, yeah, he I mean, and there's a parallel going on while all of this is going on in the Amortville universe.
Right.
Toxie goes to the hideout, I guess Noxie's hideout, if you will, and he meets Noxie's boyfriend first. I don't know if they give a name to that character.
I don't know if it's like a boyfriend, but somebody that Toxie
slave boy.
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't. This is what I'm like, because it gets mentioned that he also does stuff with. He gripes the girl too, so it's like I think he is just like the gimp in Pulp Fiction.
Yes. I want to say he's a bottom, but he's really not because of how he reacts to Toxie.
I think he's just a horny little perv. That's what the character was. And I was just like thinking, like, bro, are they hinting that Noxie's gay, like, or something? Because they started coming out hard around this time,
and that's what makes me think that Noxie, at the very least, is Noxie's bi. Noxie's got to be bi. That's what he's into. He's into explosions. He's into weird little slave freak boys. He's into ladies. I think he's into ladies. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so I think personally, because
I guess he is.
I think he likes the power. He's just a top power guy who just like, I don't care what it is, I'm doing it. Kind of like a nihilistic, like the place that he lives is probably nihilistic and stuff like that. So I don't think he gives a fuck.
Right. But yeah, when Toxie comes in and he sees the boyfriend, he almost calls him a slur.
Yeah.
Toxie almost calls him a slur. Did you catch that? He's like, hey, you.
I know. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, Toxie, chill, bro. What the fuck?
It's because it's flashback. It's almost like, hey, this is girl on girl, man, like that's the good threesome. But hey, the
Yeah.
devil
And
threesome.
it's literally paralleled like that. It's like really, yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, he goes to wake up Claire. This universe is Sarah, but in this universe, she has awful teeth and is deaf. She's not blind.
Nope.
There's a topless interpreter that shows up on the screen
who interprets one scene,
one
dialogue,
sequence, and then she, I guess, just exists to be topless in other
eat
scenes.
Pizza, to smoke a cigarette,
what, like eat a sandwich or something. She's like eating in one of them.
They give her a pizza.
Was that what she's eating?
Yes,
that's funny. But yeah, I have in my notes this movie has the most boobs. This is way hornier.
Really horny.
Let's see. Claire says she wants to be raped and beaten. It seems like she's almost trained to be into that, or at least to expect that from Noxie. Right?
Yes. She's like, "What are you gonna do? You're gonna beat me, grape me, whatever." Like,
She says, "Fill my chocolate starfish with your chunky dick snot."
And he well, because and then Knox,
and then he says the same thing,
right? So the fact that like. And then he whips his piece out, and that's when the girl was like, "Oh fuck this!"
That's when you have the first. Well, I guess it's not even the first hint. That's like the third hint, maybe, that there's a monster looming.
Well, he takes that monster, and what he does to, oh god, mean. Just they don't need to do it, and they do it because they need to set up the finale with Knox needs to impregnate. The girl has to impregnate as well, and the most just uncomfortable scene.
Sarah there.
Yeah.
Sarah.
So yeah, another thing I'm just like, bro, I'm telling you, I think that a lot of the time when I'm watching this, my face is like this. Like, I'm like, all right. At this point, I'm all ready for the ride. I'm like, all right, just keep going. And it does. I believe I would say I would credit the paralleling stuff. It does. There's, I would say if it wasn't for the plot, I probably would have said fuck this.
Right.
I would have, because I'm just like this.
You were almost done with it at this point. You're saying?
The only thing that was keeping me going was the plot.
Wow. Damn. So you were not feeling this one. It was like it was a little too much, huh?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It just kind of just like it felt a relic of its time.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is. It definitely is.
Especially when it's supposed to be, this is the real sequel. I'm just like, you're not hitting me where it's the real sequel because it's not your focus.
I think you will be pleasantly surprised with the new one, with how they pull it back. They don't pull it back so far where it doesn't feel like a Troma product anymore, but it is way more palatable to a mainstream audience than anything in any of the other Toxic Avenger movies. Way more, like almost to the point where it feels like a different thing, but it's close enough to the Toxic Avenger that it still feels very spiritually like the Toxic Avenger. It's just a different Toxic Avenger, But we'll get to that when we get to the next one. But it definitely has me thinking like about the new one because it's so much more palatable, man. It's crazy. It's really impressive what they did with that new one.
It's just like, if you're like, I understand that you're a fan of this stuff, and this is the first time I'm watching it, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't know if I'll ever revert. Like, I'm gonna keep. I don't know. The stuff at this point, I almost was wanting to abort because this is almost like, I don't know. I don't want to say I never really leave films, so I would commit still. Hell, when I even order bad food, I still eat it. So I'm like, all right, I'm still gonna.
Hey, and you had to do this podcast, so
yeah. So I'm like, and I'm curious to see what they do because, they save it with the Toxic stuff. Like when they go to the Toxic Avenger portion, I'm like, all right, this is very interesting. I'm like, I know that when we see the super villains is the same, you got Cowboy as well. They don't have a Aqua person person. But I like the Kabuki fight when we
really, what is it? Kabuki Man and Mad Cowboy are the only other two superheroes, super villains that we get in Mortville, right? I don't think anyone else shows up. We don't get a parallel of any of the others.
That would have been cool, but I think this is enough because we need to get to the other plot. Because I kept thinking, I think before we met the doctor, I kept thinking like, all right, how does he get back? I don't like how he gets back, but all right. So he finds the doctor, the doctor and Toxie get together and they start going through the plan. There's like a nice little montage scene, which we have to have a nice little montage scene.
Yeah, that's Chester.
Chester.
Alternate universe Lard Boy. Toxie brings Claire back to Chester. They reunite.
The abortion clan, dog.
Yeah, let's see. That's when I know. Right about here is where I noticed that Noxie's mop is red. By the way, it took me that long.
Oh, you noticed that one? I already knew.
Yeah, it took me that long. Evil Kabuki Man confronts Toxie and Claire. Evil Kabuki says that he's not Noxie, and that let's see. And Toxie says that he's not Kabuki Man, and then they fight. Ron Jeremy is praying for a sign. Noxie comes and stabs him through the head with a cross. Message. Yeah. Evil Kabuki Man versus Toxie fight some more. Toxie goes, the Mad Cowboy butcher shop scene is all in here. That's where all that fight happens. Mad Cowboy versus Toxie. Let's see. Evil Kabuki Man shows up again, and it's Mad Cowboy and Kabuki Man versus Toxie. Mad Cowboy gets knocked out, and Toxie finds Sweet Honey and the regarded rebel Tito tied up in a cooler. Pompey is in there too with them. The severed head, or I guess torn off head. Tito. I think that's the first time I noticed his name is Tito. By the way, they say his name early in the movie, but I could not figure out what the fuck they were saying until now.
You did Tito, and I find it funny because they would like bring him Mexican to school day.
Oh yeah, I didn't even fucking think about that. That's
his name is Tito.
That's silly.
And I was like, did they bring him?
Pompey chews through the ropes for them to free them. Mad Cowboy comes with the meat cleaver.
Yes.
Sweetie Honey helps Toxie. Let's see. Oh, and they put Mad Cowboy through the meat grinder.
Yeah, yep. And then the guts all over the place.
Yeah.
And then Kabuki Man pulls out some double nunchucks.
Yep, double nunchucks. That's right.
And I was just like, bro, double nunchucks. I'm like, Kabuki Man is a badass, man.
And by the way, earlier, Lard Boy had sausage nunchucks. I forgot to mention.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Which we saw a lot of meat packaged. I think one of them was a sausage.
Oh, hell yeah.
When the cowboy came out, a kielbasa, what's it called? Kielbasa sausage.
Kielbasa, yeah.
Yeah, it came out. I was like, oh, that's a reference to lard ass.
One of my favorite lines in the movie is when they're all escaping and Evil Kabuki Man kind of runs up to try to chase after them, and he says, "Damn, they're very slowly getting away."
Yes.
That shit's fucking awesome.
Yes, I'm telling you, like, there's like moments like that where I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta admit, that's funny. And like, that sequence was good.
There's some funny ass writing. It regardless of the taste of some of it, like, there's very funny writing. There's some really funny writing in the movie.
Yes, yes. That's what I'm saying. The plot is keeping me going, and some of the lines sometimes, and kind of Kabuki Man. Until the ending in Kabuki Man, I realized I'm like, ick.
I feel like most modern audiences are going to have trouble with this movie, though.
Yes.
Like, it's hard to recommend this movie to someone.
That is okay.
Unless they're like, yeah, I'm into fucked up shit. It's like, okay, cool.
Right. Like, when it's a type of weird, as I'm quoting Darby here, is like, I just don't want to bleed on people. It's like, I'd rub off. I'm like, hey, if I feel like to get to Toxic Avenger 4, you have to really know this person's taste.
Yeah.
Because
Toxic Avenger 4 probably isn't the best introduction to Toxic Avenger either, I would say.
And we have talked longer than the movie. The show has been on. Oh yeah, we're almost 2 hours in. Movie. Yeah, we haven't. I don't know if we are in as long because I started early, 10 minutes early.
I think about 10 minutes. So yeah,
we're
still almost 2 hours though. We're gonna definitely break 2 hours. I think
we haven't even got to the abortion scene.
Nope. But we're getting close to the third act now. I think we're about to enter the third act.
Right, because we need what is the climax going to be, and it's going to be a fight. We have to, was it Sarah? Right? Sarah's the the Tromaville one. No, Claire.
Claire, right? I keep fucking it up. No, I fucked it up. I think it's Claire's a Mortville, Sarah's Tromaville.
So Sarah finds out she's pregnant, and all of a sudden it's like, woo, like it gets bigger, and she finds out she has 2 babies now.
Yes.
She's about to blow, and the doctor is explaining about the concepts of good and evil, because there's twins and stuff like that, and how they're going to fight, and then there's going to be an explosion if you don't pick one.
Before we get there, we're jumping over a couple of pretty big scenes before we get to that scientist. There's a really interesting interlude. I feel like this interlude is almost the breakup to like entering the third act, where they show you the mayor's estate, Tromadoo. And this is super important to the title of the movie, because this is the only connective tissue to why it's called Citizen Toxie, is this little interlude, right?
Okay, yes.
So they show the mayor's estate, Tromadoo. Now, I've never seen Citizen Kane. I've seen parts of it, but I never committed to it. But I know the references, right? Like, I know some of the key point references that they're making here. The Xanadu reference and all that shit. But yeah, there's a very newsreel, like, documentary thing showing Tromadoo. Noxie is the new mayor, so he's living at Tromadoo now. Noxie kills an artist and a man and woman that are fucking. He murders a whole party that's at Tromadoo. He's doing lots of cocaine. His nose is bloody, and there's a direct parody of Citizen Kane, the Rosebud scene, where he says nose blood. So that's the entire connective tissue to Citizen Toxie. That's I almost feel like they threw that in there just to justify the name.
I kind of like the sequence. Why not?
It's a fun interlude. I like it too.
It is a fun interlude to see what Knox has done, because once they kill the and then they become a fascist state,
almost straight up Nazi.
Yep.
I mean, they're literally wearing Nazi uniforms at the in the third act. He's just straight up killing Nazis at the end.
So,
but yeah, then we jump to the superheroes. After that, the Tromaville's super duper hero hideout with Sergeant Kabuki Man, Dolphin Boy, Vibrator, Mad Cowboy, and the Masturbator. Mad Cowboy makes Mad Cowboy makes a pitch that's all moos, a speech that's all moos. My fucking notes are garbled. Masturbator comes all over the place. Let's see. Noxie comes in and kills. Oh, there's a cut scene. They kind of cut away from it, but Noxie kills everybody except for Kabuki Man. Let's see. The Mad Cowboy comes alive a couple of times. There's a little gimmick. There's like a gimmick where Mad Cowboy comes alive. Let's see. Oh, and now we're getting. Oh, god damn it. So Sergeant Kabuki Man is drunk outside of Toxie's shack next.
He thinks he's looking for a bathroom because
he's looking to pee somewhere, and he goes into Toxie's shack thinking he can find a spot to pee. Turns around with his dick out. Comically large yellow member
with the pubic hair the same as hairstyle as his head.
Yeah. That's so fucking funny. You're right.
And then it gets weird.
Yeah, that's where he gets a little rapey again. Sarah's tied up.
Yeah.
And he falls asleep on her though.
Yeah.
So you're kind of led to believe, like, okay, maybe he didn't do anything. But yeah, wait for it. Now Chester and Claire are reunited, and they have a sensual moment. I saved this cheese for you, Claire.
Oh god!
I forgot about that.
The Chester Claire scene. Oh god!
I saved the cheese for you, Claire. Oh my
They're
god!
rubbing the cheese in the feet.
That's all I wrote down for that scene. It's crazy.
I think before the Chester scene is like, it was after Chester did a John,
Yeah, you're right. Like when they come in, I think he's like finishing up with somebody.
Yeah, and McKean spits some of it out, and then Toxie comes in and he's like, "What? What do you want?" And that's when Claire comes in because he gets a no. That John gives him a pie because he feels bad because he got a cream pie, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, he gives him a pie as payment, right?
Yeah,
I think that's his payment.
Yeah, as his payment, and he's eating it up. That's when Claire's there, and he puts it pies down, and Claire sits it on her butt.
Oh my god.
And then the weird cheese thing happened. I'm like, common cheese. I'm just like, what the hell?
Now we cut to let's see. Now we're back with Sarah with the doctor. Now we're caught up to where we were at. She tells let's see. The doctor tells her that she is pregnant. This is another really big cameo. Did you catch who this doctor was?
No, but they kept. I mean, the fact that the scene dragged all along as it did. No, I don't know who that guy was.
Oh, he's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorite actors and human beings, really. I did not recognize. I remember him being in the movie, but I couldn't remember where. I don't think I would have recognized him. That's Corey Feldman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Feldman as the doctor.
All right. There was a
the pussy doctor.
Boys, I've seen Goonies, and I've seen what him and his angels look like. So I had a feeling. I'm like, this guy feels familiar. Like
he's putting on a really weird performance. It is a very bizarre performance.
And was it the girl next to him one of his angels? Because it's like
she gives off vibes. He definitely has a couple of girls with him that give off angel vibes for sure.
Because there's a nurse assistant who who he was pretty much having sex with when Sarah was walking in.
Right.
Like
that doctor's really horny.
Oh, this movie is horny.
Yeah, everybody is horny in the movie, dude.
Especially when Knox comes in and he's taking control. All of a sudden, everybody's like super duper horny.
Yeah.
She's like fully naked.
Yeah.
She's fully naked, and you find out there's a thermometer up her ass.
Yeah, she movie is so horny. But yeah, the doctor explains that she is pregnant with 2 babies from 2 fathers, good and evil. There is good fluid and evil fluid that she has to take, or some shit. Green and red.
Abortion.
Yeah, either explode or abort. That's what the doctor said.
Yes.
But yeah, she has only 2 or 3 hours, and then her belly like explodes and gets really big all of a sudden. And yeah, Tromaville abortion clinic.
And talk about a week. Oh no, she didn't. She doesn't go. She goes there. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? What's the commentary about the abortion clinic?
I mean, abortion clinic's been a hot topic. It's just like really super on the nose. I think it's a commentary more on the protesting of the abortion clinics that were going on, because the protesters spray Sarah with blood on the outside.
What gentle rain?
Yeah. The abortion clinic nurse says that the doctor isn't in. He's at a topless bar. Let's see. We got to get you an abortion ASAP. They say when she walks in.
You need an abortion ASAP.
That shit's funny, dog. Oh, that's such a dark joke, but that is fucking great.
I guess the commentary is like, this is what you think abortion clinics are.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, she's coming here just freshly about the pop. Oh, you need abortion right now.
And she's going into labor, so they need to abort immediately is the joke. Like the joke being that they would abort that far.
Yeah.
Like that's really feeding into conservative mindsets. It's fucking crazy.
A little bit, yeah. But once again, punk. It just like they're just saying what they want and doing whatever they want.
Let's see. The doctor sits on a speculum bit after the baby punches him through the belly, and his whole butthole and intestines come out.
And I think the joke's like he just died from.
I'm sorry, but the doctor just died of rectal hemorrhaging.
He'll call you back.
That nurse is lit, by the way. She's she's pretty good in the fucking movie.
She has a lot of sass.
Yeah. Chester and Claire thank Toxie. The interpreter is back on the screen eating pizza. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Let's see. Chester says he has got to get Toxie back to his dimension. Let's see. They go to the other doctor's lab from earlier. Our Mr. Fleming there, James Gunn, who is still there, dead after I think we forgot to mention this, but his laboratory got rammed in by the car, one of the police cars that were chasing Toxie. And there's a meta thing where Toxie runs through the scene and sort of breaks up that narrative, and we go back with Toxie to finish out the scene. But anyway, they're back in his lab, and this is where that montage happens, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're working montage because Tito and Sweet Pea and Sweet Honey and Pompey are also there, all like, yeah, we're doing it. We're putting it together. We're going to figure out interdimension.
And they keep cutting back to a very dead James Gunn, which is dope. I love that. Toxie had the power to go home the whole time. Yeah, Ruby slippers get whipped out.
You find out
very Wizard of Oz going on now. Hold on, I gotta
read the book. Like he's been reading the book. That's it. That's how we get you home.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I gotta get water. I am like so fucking parched right now. Give me 1 second.
Okay, people, when it comes to the Wizard of Oz, I've seen it once. I guess like I didn't. They needed to explain how Toxie's gonna get back into this other universe with like the limited budget they want. So to me, I feel like the red shoes clicking is a big just this movie being punk rock and just being like, fuck you, we do what we want. Hell yeah, we're gonna do a Wizard of Oz. Go talk about Juggalo as hell. Talk about the Wizard of Oz. Like this Wizard of Hood shit where a magic blunt gets you home. It's like, hey, just click your shoes and click. And Tito at first didn't want to go. He wanted to stay. He wanted to be the Toxic Regard or
what does he call himself? Hold on a second.
The Regard Revenger.
Yeah, the regarded Revenger, exactly. Yeah. And his sidekick Pompey.
Lard ass the like, all right, you saved. Stay, here you go. Here's Lard ass's like, you can see like the Regard Revenger being like the next film. See what Tito does to clean up the streets.
I mean, but that's the thing I wanted to talk about Tito. That's why he's one of my favorite characters in the movie. He's got a really satisfying arc. Like it's a very regarded arc, but
oh God.
He has a whole story arc where by the end he doesn't want to be the rebel anymore. He wants to help people. He wants to save that whole universe of rebels, if that makes any sense.
Show him the way.
And what's dope about that is like, in a way, because he went to this negative universe, now he wants to be, because he's a rebel, he wants to be the good thing in this you know what I mean? Like, he's still being the rebel.
It's just like the only way to be like, it has to be in a different universe where that is looked as being a rebel.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. He's being a rebel by being good in this universe, which is so fucking dope. I mean, that's really funny writing. Once again, it's funny as hell to me.
But here's the thing. That's what Toxic Avenger 1 was like. Remember what Tromaville was before the Toxic Avenger re-avenged Tromaville.
Yeah.
There were a bunch
of Tromaville it's always like a corporate thing, like creeping in. It's always like industry. It's always industry creeping in.
But I didn't get corporate greed from Nox Control. I got just really horny, perverted.
Yeah, this one's probably, you're right. This one's probably just general human evil?
Or just lawlessness.
The idea of good, just general good versus evil.
Nihilism.
It's definitely, a little bit of nihilism for sure in Mortville. And with the regarded rebel in general. It's very nihilistic. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, so it's very, I think that's why I like it's interesting that they kind of like, you talk about multi-universes, they created a multi-universes where like Melvin's not the Toxic Avenger, but Tio is the Toxic Revenger.
Yeah, he's gonna end up being.
He doesn't have superpowers though.
And boy, if they ever do that multiverse Toxic Avenger movie, if they don't put the regarded Revenger in there, they are fucking up. You're fucking up.
They
You're
are.
leaving money on the table, man. What are you doing?
Bring Tito back.
And I think you were lightly referencing this, but how dope would it have been if there was a Regarded Revenger spin-off movie?
I don't know if I would say so. I wouldn't say that. Do I?
That was the perfect straight man response to my bullshit, Josh. Thank you.
As somebody who loves this art form, no, we don't need it. What I say, if it was made, I would be like, okay, I don't have to watch it.
Bro, I would invest in that movie.
I mean, listen, I'm the guy who watched The Ringer, so like a couple times. So
I'll be on that GoFundMe page. I'll be on that Kickstarter page.
Give me the Regarded Revengers. Do it, Hollywood, you pussies.
I'm gonna write
all this IP back. What about this IP? This is
I'm gonna fucking see how much for the rights for the Regarded Revenger. I'll do it, damn it. All right. Anyway, so Toxie's gonna be sent back to Tromaville. There is a mention of the possibility of he might land on a 70s gay porno set.
And he does.
And I think Toxie gets lightly assaulted again. Second time in the movie.
Well, okay, I was questioning. Here's the thing I was questioning was like, did he look like he was liking it?
Yeah, it did not seem like he looked like he was liking it. But yeah, he's at a 70s gay porno set, and then they transfer again to heaven.
Yes.
And we have a cameo I had completely forgotten about, but I was very happy to see him. Do you know who this guy was? Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf?
No.
So that guy who played God is Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf. He is perhaps, other than Beetlejuice, the best whack packer ever on the Howard Stern show. He was this drunken dwarf that would come on drunk and angry. That was kind of his gimmick. He would just come on and he would rant about how he was mad that he was a dwarf. He wouldn't sugarcoat anything. He was very honest about how it sucked being a little person and like,
fuck this shit. Life sucks.
But he was funny. He was really funny. I mean, Howard Stern has very like whitewashed his whole career as far as like the whack pack stuff. But Hank was a minor celebrity at that point.
Okay.
Hank was definitely a minor celebrity just because of the Howard Stern. You have to remember in 1998-99, the Howard Stern show was so popular that it birthed multiple wrestling angles, including the Insane Clown Posse being on WWF television. Vince Russo has said directly that the Insane Clown Posse, who else? Beetlejuice and the Whack Pack, all of those even the Attitude Era in general is largely inspired by Howard Stern and Jerry Springer. So
and then people like the Attitude Era and like, but that, yeah, I mean, like the pregnant hand. Come on.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, yes. Here's the thing.
Was it Mae Young that gave birth to the hand?
Mae Young, old lady.
Is it Mae Young? Yeah, I think it was Mae.
I think the Attitude Era is not as good as you remember it is.
Oh yeah, it's like watching the Toxic Avenger 4.
Cringe.
A lot of it.
But I mean, like with the wrestling, the wrestling, there's certain wrestlers during that time period. Yeah, we're really good.
But I love that shit, Josh. I love all that batshit insane giving birth to a hand.
I just like people coming in, stunning people.
Sexual chocolate, John. I like fucking choppy, the PP, all that shit. I love all that crazy shit.
And you know what? It's kind of weird. The Vince Russo would be like, "Yeah, bring the Insane Clown Posse," without knowing who they were, and like, "Yeah, we wrestle. We do."
His only they had no idea they wrestled. His only context was the Howard Stern show. Yeah, I'm not even sure if they knew that they made music. I don't even think they cared that they made music. They just knew that they were shocking on Howard Stern, and they had a look.
Because Howard Stern would have them on and have fans like, "You guys fucking suck." Yeah, well,
actually, Vince. Jay also tells the story of Vince like knowing about the website, right?
No, Vince McMahon, yeah, about
he like
going on, yeah.
So how's the Grim Tim contest going? He's like, how the fuck does he know about that? Is he reading the website?
Yeah, I don't know. So it's interesting, and that does make sense because I was like, I thought the scene was funny.
So yeah, that's Hank. the angry drunken dwarf. He's awesome. His acting is not so hot because he was probably drunk for the shooting. He comes off as being very drunk during the his scenes.
And talk about like I come up with a disease. Like it's a scene where God's like giving people how they die. Polio. They have a vaccine for that. God damn it! Every time I come up with this, they try to cure it. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I was like,
by the way, rest in peace to Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf. He has passed away a long time ago. But yeah, funny guy, really funny guy. Go if you have any interest at all in looking up old Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf Howard Stern clips, I highly recommend them. They're super funny.
I only watched Howard Stern because the clowns were on there. I don't know if I watched anything outside of just the clowns being on him.
I gotta find the clip, but I swear there's a clip. Where either Hank or Beetle interact with ICP in one of the clips. It's like harder to find, but there is a clip where I think like there's an interaction between those.
It might have been Beetlejuice.
I think it was Beetle, but I feel like Hank might have been talking shit to them one time too. But Hank was talking shit to Beetle so many times that I might be just confusing that. Anyway, God sends Toxie back to Tromaville. As long as he kicks the asses of all the murderers and child rapists. He gives them the orders. And tell the Pope to stop talking about him. He doesn't know him, and he's an asshole, and he's stupid.
And it said about it, stop wearing that stupid hat.
Yeah, he's got a stupid hat. That's right, yes.
He's like, tell the Pope stop talking to me.
Yeah, stop talking about me. It's so funny. But yeah, Toxie, excuse me. Toxie's back in his shack. And
with Sweet Honey.
Yeah.
Sweet Honey.
Let's see. Sergeant Kabuki Man is in there partying with some randos that don't have no idea who these people are, but Sergeant Kabuki Man's just partying. Says he's got to go stop the evil version of himself. Let's see.
He says that Nox kidnapped her. I was like, Kabuki Man, like, were you just so drunk that you just got like Nox just came in, took her?
He might have. Yeah, I mean, he was awake, so he knew it happened, right?
Oh no, I think she's in labor. So I think she's at the hospital. So Kabuki Man doesn't know.
Right.
Drunk.
Right. Let's see. Kabuki Man hits on Sweetie Honey at this point and tries to give her vodka.
No, he does. No, he does.
He does give the vodka.
She drinks it and she goes,
"Oh my god!"
And he goes, "Good girl."
Wow, that's so creepy, man.
Oh,
that's so creepy.
You think about it, he, I think Sweetie even talks about how she's gonna be like a little girl and like this will make you a woman or something like that.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god.
Like, I was all for Kabuki, but he looks at her. I was just like, he's about to take advantage of this one.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's. I don't know if I can defend Sergeant Kabuki Man anymore after that one. I don't know. And yeah, NYPD. My bad. Sorry.
Because at the end, she goes like, I'm like grown up, and like looks at Kabuki, and Kabuki's just like,
yeah. Oh man. So Noxie is rooting on his son in Sarah's belly. Let's see. But he says he will be at the snack bar having nachos. What a dick. He's not even going to stay there.
No.
All right. Toxie's beating up Nazis in the hospital.
Blood flying everywhere. Bunch of deaths. Just boom, 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 boom.
Everyone has a Hitler mustache, including this one female Nazi.
Oh, there were black guys with Nazi stashes too.
That's so crazy.
Yes, it was insane. Just I watched this on my big screen.
So am I wrong, or is Cigar Face? Cigar Face seems at least mixed, right? Light skin, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's the map in the hospital of that's like a mall map. You are
after
here.
Toxie
map.
was like, Toxie goes, where is the map? Like in the mall?
Yeah, he literally
like
he
you
finds
are
it.
here. Nox is here. People who want to kill you right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more the head Nazi heel, a Cigar Face, and the Nazis attack. Let's see. Oh my god, the needles to the face scene.
That gave me Freddy Krueger vibes.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. I think there is a kill like that in Krueger, right? Oh,
Yeah,
Freddy's fingers turn into needles.
What a rush.
Yeah. Oh no, now I've got AIDS. That's so crazy, bro. That's what the person with the needles to the face says. Punches Nazi's head off, rips Nazi's balls off, crushes Nazi's skull. So many dead Nazis. X-rays a Nazi's head.
That's a cigar face who got X-rayed.
Oh, was that cigar face? It's just so many fucking Nazis dying at this point. I was trying to take notes.
And the X-ray
Nazis are dying.
Yeah, Nazis are dying. Cigar face gets the X-ray.
Yeah, and we got a baby versus baby fight, which is probably one of the more disturbing things in the movie, honestly. This Noxie versus Toxie and baby versus baby fight.
And this is the reference to episode 1 I'm talking about.
Wait, how is that a reference to episode 1? You have to explain.
So Nox pulls out double red mop heads.
Oh my god, I did not pick up on that.
And the whole time they're clashing, you hear just like how the lightsabers clash.
Wow, I completely missed that.
And there's like an orchestra playing a little bit. It's a reference to the Duel of Fates. That
it almost certainly is.
That Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul had at the end of episode 1, except for Toxie wins because Toxie's mob is white and green. Is it green?
Yeah, man. Damn, dog. Shit. The green and the red. Yeah, the lightsabers, bro.
And the babies are fighting at the same time, so it's almost like fighting for the chosen one.
Right. Man.
And then I got a big Freddy vibe again when Nox reveals his penile implant.
Yes.
It reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street 3 with
dude, you're right. The fucking weird puppet.
The Freddy puppet that was eating what the fuck her name is? Alice.
Yeah.
Alice is 4. Oh, I forget the fucking girl's name.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Patricia Arquette's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in 3, right?
Yeah, it's 3. Dream Warriors is my favorite. That's If they do like what this is Toxic Avenger 4 is doing, like, hey, let's bring Nightmare on Elm Street back, like make a sequel to Dream Warrior. Would be better.
Yeah.
Ignore those sequels. I think Dream Warrior gives you a easier access to that. But yes, because the dick has a head and just like meow meow meow. I'm like, wow, Freddy all day.
And by the way, Noxie's going to once again sexually assault Toxie.
Right.
That with this monster member of his.
He likes to penetrate.
But Toxie takes it and he pumps it up because it is an implant. It's a pump up implant. And he pumps it up till it explodes.
Yeah, that got revealed in the the James Gunn scene when he was explaining the implants, how it works.
Yeah.
He squeezes on that little thing, so when it pops out and Toxie grabs it, he knows what to do and explodes.
And once again, that's more that's another layer of the exposition that they told you they were giving you on the surface, but giving you something underneath it as well that is also exposition.
It was a joke that kept that was like reminding you about the penile implant. You're like,
good writing though. That's good writing to me, man. I like the layers of that. The layers of that is really good writing.
I'll tell you the plot. The plot is what's keeping me in this movie, but everything else is. There's certain moments I'm like, god.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, the good baby wins. Good Toxie baby wins in the belly fight.
And I'm pretty sure the scene is basically they built a set that looked like the uterus and had these baby people, and they were just kind of like,
yeah, that's exactly what they did, and it's really disturbing. It's fucking freaky.
It's very uncanny valley.
Yeah, there's something really wrong about it when you're looking at it. It disturbs me. It's probably, to me, it's the most disturbing thing in the movie.
There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those scenes in this movie.
Let's see. Toxie brags and says his eye and his dick are real, and then tears the guts out of Noxie, and then somehow Melvin comes out of the guts of Noxie. They hug, but then Melvin bites Toxie and says he's evil. And then he just starts humping and twerking on Toxie, all weird like.
Once again, maybe saying that
Noxie, I think Noxie likes it in the rump. I'll just go ahead and say it.
And then it gets tossed out, and they do the first movie.
Yeah, they literally show the origin story.
Yeah, because they like, I'm coming back even if there's a sequel. I'll come back if there's a sequel. There wasn't a sequel.
Yeah. Let's see. Sarah has the baby. The baby is huge. Which
yes,
is a pretty funny joke when they bring in the giant baby. Let's see. The teacher is there again. Thanks, Toxie. That let's see. She has her baby, LaQuisha, with her. And let's see. Sweetie Honey is there. Sergeant Kabuki Man and Sweetie Honey seem like they are awfully comfortable after that.
Yes.
Which makes me uncomfortable. Let's see. And this, oh yeah, Pompey is there, but he's a nurse in this universe.
But he's kind of like a gay nurse or something like.
Oh, really? I didn't pick up on that. Is he kind of fruity?
Talking about head.
Interesting.
Because about Pompey, like you got your head, and like, oh well, you want to talk about head, you know.
Interesting. There is 2 babies they reveal. The evil one is there too.
You're like, oh no, evil one, and then you find out it's Mr. Kabuki.
It's Kabuki Man. It looks just like Kabuki Man. Toxie is mad at Kabuki Man, and he goes to run away, and they do a fake freeze frame gimmick, and like Kabuki Man comes back in. Very funny. Stanley voiceover to get them out. And there is Lloyd Kaufman cameo.
Yes.
Where Lloyd versus Evil Lloyd is going on, which is pretty fresh. Please recycle your bottles and cans. And yeah, credits are very silly. I wish I had gotten some more of those.
Anybody who died got their character name with like who died.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I saw this one. This is in the credits. Alternate titles for Citizen Toxie.
Yeah, I saw this one. I did see this
1. I asked for more nachos. 2. Are you there, God? It's me, Manson. 3. Shakespeare and Locks. 4. Waco the musical.
Waco the musical is crazy. Those are all pretty funny. Yeah, there was a few really funny jokes.
I got another one.
Yeah, rock it, Josh. Thank you for taking these. I'm so glad you took these.
Did you know, even though Citizen Toxie was cut digitally, conventionally, razor blades were used by the editors to slit their own wrists?
That's good.
Good. There's one that says Citizen Toxie was not inspired by All I Need to Know About Filmmaking I Learned from Toxic Avenger. Penguin by Lloyd Kaufman and James Gunn. Available at fine bookstores everywhere or via the Troma website, www.com. www.troma.com. So like this film was not inspired by that book.
Yeah, but then they sneak in a whole plug for it.
Yeah.
And once again, I did read online that it was inspired. It was inspired by it. So obviously that's a little tongue-in-cheek joke to get a plug out.
Yeah. To prop yourself. And they're talking about like get independent films back. It feels like there's a sense of independent filmmaking in this one, which that's
Troma's big mission, man. Like you're talking a lot about punk rock on this episode. They are very much the punk rock filmmakers. They are fiercely independent. And that's their whole shit, man. That is their whole shit.
No, of course, I guess I know what your rating is. It's gonna be a whoop.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. It's so good. I wouldn't change a thing about it, even with it being so fucking offensive. It's perfect. 10 out of 10, 17 out of 17. Whoops up. Both whoops up.
Okay. I don't know how I quite feel about this movie. I have a lot of mixed feelings from what I saw. I think as a person who can recommend this movie, I cannot.
Boo.
I'm not.
I did say earlier though that I would have a hard time recommending this to most people, so I know where you're coming from. I do agree with you.
And honestly, that's all when it comes to the Toxic Avenger films. I would argue that they are hard to recommend.
Yes,
you got to know who is into what. You can't give this to your granny down the your granny or the person down the street and they're looking for a recommendation.
But oddly enough, Toxic Avenger 1 still might be one of the best recommendations for people that are looking to get into Troma. Just because it's like, I mean, it's the flagship title and shit. And it's also like Toxic Avenger 1 never gets too offensive to the point where you're like, wow, this is a bit much. Well, I guess for some people it does, but for me it really doesn't. I think it walks the line of like, okay, if you're not fucking with this, most Troma isn't going to be for you. It's going to probably keep crossing a line for you or whatever. This one though is, I feel like, pretty fucking extreme even for Troma standards. It's pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy. It's like I said, it's punk rock, and when it comes to punk rock, and something that I learned from the clowns of like, if you don't like it, fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it is what it is, and I applaud that for it. I mean, I wouldn't say like this movie should never have been made. No, I think that the love for the spirit of Toxic Avenger is there. I don't know if it gets the love and the appreciation of what Toxic Avenger have done. I'm like, I don't know if the spirit and the especially Toxic Avenger 2 and 3 felt a lot different. It felt more I don't know. It felt like more hard to him, but maybe that's more Kaufman, and I think Kaufman, he directed it, but it definitely feels like a younger generation's touching this.
Yeah.
It feels like a different take on the character and the ideas of what Kaufman was trying to do during that time, especially independence. In the 80s, the independence in the 90s are totally different. I mean, by the time we get to the late 90s, I mean, like, Quentin Tarantino's already a thing. Kevin Smith is already a thing. Linklater, all these guys making films and everything. And it's just like, here's these people doing their thing and taking that trauma. And here's the thing about the effects. The effects look good. The deaths look awesome. The guts and gore is like, far superior. Like you told about, I remember in the third one you talked about how different the special effects look, and you're right. Like, special effects is top tier here.
The other thing that you have to keep in mind with this era of Troma too is like Toxie 1 came out in 84.
Yeah,
and like it inspired a lot of the people that are working on Toxic Avenger 4. You know what I mean? Like, it inspired that new generation. So the people working on Toxie 4, a large part of them are like a new generation of filmmakers. Like, it's Lloyd behind the helm, but like James Gunn helping him work to the idea for the movie by writing that book. I'm sure there was a lot of people behind the scenes who worked on that movie that were directly inspired by the Toxic Avenger when they were, kids, and like literally grew up on that shit, and they were very eager to work on a Troma project and probably worked for free or a bologna sandwich.
That's true. It's more like they made a movie for the love of the craft, for movie making, and having people, different voices telling movies, and not these corporate. That's the problem I think Hollywood's having today, is that it's too corporatized. There is no risk being taken anymore, and where this film takes a shit ton of risk to tell their story, and then telling something new. I think what this one brought a new feeling to the property. I might not agree with what they did. I do appreciate they made it. But this is probably my least favorite Toxic Avenger.
Wow, you're ranking it least favorite so far. So what would be your order? Let's go from least to favorite at this point.
Well, let me give you my
least favorite. Least favorite would be 4. So what's the?
Okay, so I think all 3 Toxic Avenger 1, 2, 3 are whoops up, and this one I haven't gave a rating. I think this one's hard to rate whoops up, whoops down, because I have to think: is my whoops up a recommendation for others? Is my whoops up my opinion, and that you take it or leave it kind of thing? Or is it a punk rock thing? It's a whoops down for me. I don't think I'll ever visit this film again. It's
damn.
It's
surprising to me, Josh. I'm honestly surprised.
Okay, because it's you're surprised. Okay,
yeah, I honestly thought you would like this one.
I know shit. But it reminds me of a little bit of like the era of ICP where they used the F slur a lot. Kind of that early 2000, mid 2000 range. They use it a lot because I started my CD collection again, so I've started listening to when they started dropping a lot more F bombs, and it was around the Hell's Pit era. I was like, Jay does it a lot, and I'm like, all right, I can accept that, and I mean, like that's of its time, and I love this. I still love it. I find love in it, which I'm finding where you're coming from. You have a strong bond to the Toxic Avenger. You've seen these movies multiple times. By the time you saw Toxic Avenger 4, you've seen Toxic 1, 2, and 3 how many times?
I don't even know. I saw those so many times when I was a kid. So this one's the one I've seen the least. This one, and the new one are the ones I've seen the least.
Okay, so like this is almost like a rediscovery, and you've already like found new love in it, where I'm not there yet. And honestly, like I don't know if I'll ever revisit this series again.
Wow. Maybe. Poor Toxic Avenger sitting there all lonely, wishing you would watch him again.
No, it's a cult classic. It's a cult hit, and it has its fans, and I'm saying it deserves all this. This is maybe not my type of filmmaking. It's not my time of how my style is, everything, but I appreciated it.
The Toxic Avenger still believes in you, Josh, even though you lost your faith in the Toxic Avenger.
I didn't say that because I don't want to revisit it. Okay. If they show Toxic Avenger 1 in theaters, would I see it again? Yes. I guess I should say that. I want to see it in a theater set.
So you would go out of your way to see Toxie 1 in the theater, huh?
Yes, I would. And maybe the Melvin cut just to see how different that is.
You know what's interesting, though? I feel like if we were to go back and watch that first episode, you were pretty resistant even then. I think you were on the fence of giving... I think you were almost about to give Toxie 1 a whoops down.
Yes, because I don't think the tone, and that's the thing. I think Toxic 1 is, I appreciate what they were trying to do, but I didn't like the slasher tone to the weird.
But can you appreciate that we're now sitting here, several months removed?
Yes.
And you're sitting here and you're like, you know what? I would see that in the theater.
I would.
But I mean, if we go back and we watch that episode, I don't know if that Josh would have said that sentence. That's
true. It's true. And I think it's because I'm becoming more appreciative of cult classics and stuff like that. And that is the true love of film and stuff like that. It's like when you can assess that. And all these films I can appreciate that they've done with love of filmmaking. And I love that. And I think a Toxic Avenger 4, I would say I would recommend those people who watch the series, who want to watch a punk rock kind of shit. Awesome. I'm not much into punk rock as it is. So I'm just like, all right, I don't know. It was hard for me to watch now to go through it again. I would probably want to watch scenes from this movie. I would want to watch certain aspects of this movie, not sit down and watch the whole thing again. That's why it's getting a whoop down for me. It's just like I can't sit through it and watch it over again. Where the other ones I probably could. You could convince me to watch those again. You're never going to convince me to watch the Citizen Toxie again.
But in what if we in about a month or so when we get together and we do Toxic Avenger remake, the Toxic Avenger, are you gonna be at a place where maybe you're like, you know what, maybe I would maybe I do like 4. I don't know, like
maybe I gotta watch the Kabuki Man side series first. And then
I actually need to watch Kabuki Man. I've never seen Kabuki Man.
That's how you convince me to do it. We watch the Kabuki movies into Toxic 4 since he shows up. Like, how do I feel about this characterization of Kabuki Man? Maybe the film hits differently knowing who Kabuki Man is.
Have you ever seen, I know we've talked about this on here before, but I can't remember if you've seen it or not. I think you said you didn't. No, I think you said you didn't like it. Cannibal the Musical?
I couldn't get into it very much.
You couldn't get into it.
But I said I would rewatch it. But I haven't finished it. I would rewatch it.
That might be one I would like to do after Toxie if we want to do another one.
Sure.
That's trauma related. That would be.
I like the South Park guys.
Yeah, that's such a good movie too. Like, I would be fun to just like take notes about that movie.
And where it spawned to a career. So
yeah, there's a lot of early sketches of South Park. I mean, Cartman's voice is in the movie like at least twice, I think, at least once in the movie.
But I mean, humble. I'm appreciative of you coming on and talking about this. I actually,
this is fun.
I had a good time, and I knew that watching the movie that it was going to be a good podcast because the
The fact that I forgot about Tito, the regarded rebel, is something that really saddens me and makes me question my memory as I'm growing older. And I really hope I never forget about Tito, the regarded rebel, ever again, the regarded revenger, ever again. And I mean that.
I mean, this poster is dope as hell. This is one of the posters. Like, you know what? That I would buy that movie, but just by that poster alone, it's interesting as hell. But when you watch the movie, holy hell!
But I mean, at this point, if you're watching Toxic Avenger IV, if you don't know what you're getting into,
That's true.
What are you even doing? Like, I mean, you kind of even can't blame. You kind of like have to blame someone like if they're truly like going in Toxic Avenger and coming out of it really that offended. Like, I mean, what are you doing? Why are you even? You didn't know what Toxic Avenger was?
Yeah, I think my other reason why I'm kind of down on it too is like this is supposed to be it might be a joke too though. That this is the real sequel. I'm like, nah. I think Toxic Avenger, like I said before, like I think the other Toxic Avengers are the real sequels. Like I don't.
This is to make up for how perceivedly. It's wild to me that 2 and 3 were perceived as so bad in that era of the fandom because I'm curious if the fandom still feels that way because I mean I have such fond memories of 2 and 3 and rewatching them it was like finding old friends again almost in a weird way like.
And like I think that one was they knew it was silly and I guess it's the way they played the camp and what I'm talking about. There's something like different about those sequels where I'm watching this sequel. I was like, I don't remember it being like it was mean, but when Toxie became the Toxic Avenger, like it got.
Do you think they watered it down for those 2 sequels a little bit?
They might have. Maybe it's been what Kaufman was trying to do.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel watered down when you think about some of the wildly, some of the wild shit in those movies, though.
But it's just a silly superhero film, and like this one didn't feel like a silly superhero movie. It felt like a punk rock superhero movie.
Yeah,
and you know what? And
it's James Gunn. That's why
James Gunn who made the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
You haven't seen Super, right?
I know about Super. It's on my list.
Super is definitely a punk rock superhero movie.
I think he made Brightfall as well.
He produced that. I think he wrote that. I think that's one of them junts that he wrote.
So same thing. Like another dark.
Evil Superman. Superman.
But all right, I think we extended the talk. I think we need to talk about. We'll get together and talk about when we're going to do Toxic Avenger the remake. My plan will try to do it in 2 weeks.
It comes out on, I think next week. I think it comes out on Blu-ray.
Oh, well, we probably can do it next week because
it's on digital now though, so you can totally watch it. Oh
yeah, I'm probably gonna watch. Yeah, well, we can plan for next week so we can talk. We can get the Toxic.
Are you gonna pirate it?
No, I'm not gonna pirate it.
Are you telling me the truth?
No, I'm not. I don't pirate it, man. I don't do that shit. I actually give my money.
Hold on, I'm trying to see the Toxic Avenger release date. Blu-ray. Oh, come on. Where's the release date at? Come on, why isn't the AI working this one time I Google something?
Oh, goddamn AI.
We just go to Amazon, I guess. Fuck it. October 28th. Oh my God, it comes out on my birthday. That's fucking wild.
Wow, just for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
if that ain't a sign from the universe, I don't know what is, man. Shouts out to the carnival.
We discovered your love for these Toxic Avenger movies, and it's coming out on your motherfucking birthday.
Man. That's dope. Yeah. So I'm a little disappointed that you didn't like this one as much, Josh. I'll be honest. I was going in like, oh man, he's gonna love this one. It's so crazy. And he's like,
it is crazy, but I was like, I don't know if I want to sit a movie like that. I mean, there's a movie that we'll never ever I'll never ever watch again, but it's called In the Realm of the Senses. Like once I've watched that movie, I'm like, yeah.
Ooh, what is that? I don't know what that is.
Oh, dude. It's a Japanese movie that puts you through the most sexual pain in your life, man. They do some talk about disturbing. It might be up your alley, honestly, but it is weird.
I like fucked up movies, so
It's very fucked up, especially towards the end. It gets
Okay.
way more fucked up, and it's the only film in film school where people walked out of the screening.
Oh hell yeah, that sounds like my shit then.
And I sat through all of it.
Okay.
It almost felt. It almost felt like
in,
they did.
In the realm of the senses.
Yes, it's a Japanese film.
I just have to check that out.
But yes, thanks for coming on. Thanks for
no problem. Thanks for having me, man.
Sat and watched through us ramble through Toxic Avenger 4. Hopefully you watched the movie, or if for somehow you guys got inspired, start the first one and work your way through. I think it's gonna be a good watch. And the next time me and you get together, Toxic Avenger the remake with Peter Dinklage, that has already sold me. I already saw a scene that got a little gathering-esque feel to it.
Yes, there's this Juggalo adjacent band. I feel like they're almost certainly inspired by Juggalo bands. In the movie.
Something that I can't wait to talk about. So we've talked almost double the time of the movie.
Hell yeah.
So I'll catch you later. Whoop whoop. Much clown love to everybody watching. I'll see you guys later.
Hey, whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.